TLB Radio.
We're not done yet! Do you wanna be my girlfriend? I'll take you to a movie that we've already seen. Or sit at home and watch reruns. There's no other place I wanna be.
TLB Radio. TLB Radio. TLB Radio.
What's the point of this? Oh hey, what's your favorite song? Maybe we could hum along. Well, I think you're smart, you sweet thing. Tell me your name, I'm dying here. Got you and I want you. Got you and I want you. Maybe just a smile. Oh hey, did you know that I can dance? Could we talk for a while? Well, I think you're smart, you sweet thing. Tell me your sign, I'm dying here. Got you and I want you. Got you and I want you. Well, I want you. Suffer, suffer, you don't get no rougher. You're the baby girl, touch me like no other. Suffer, suffer, you don't get no rougher. When me rock me, baby, put me thing on me lover. Suffer, suffer, you don't get no rougher. You're the baby girl, touch me like no other. Suffer, suffer, you don't get no rougher. When me rock me, baby, put me thing on me lover. I think you're smart, you sweet thing. Tell me your name, I'm dying here.
Welcome in, everybody. This is TLB Radio. I'm Brian Davis alongside Tawna Laufenberg. We are back tonight, once again on a Sunday, live, baby. So a little pre-show here for you. We're going to get the official intro going. The official show will be starting soon. This is bonus material here tonight. Oh, yeah, because we've got so much material, we may not get to it all. So we've got to do bonus material here tonight. This is the pre-show. Check our sound levels. Check our material. It's like Santa Claus. We're going to check the list once, check the list twice. We're going to find some people that's not been very nice lately. Laufenberg, how are you?
I'm good. I like that little Santa Claus reference you threw in there. That was kind of cute.
You know, it's been a busy week.
It has. But in a good way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this tonight. So that's why we're starting a little bit. Well, we're not really starting early, but we're giving like a pre-show or pre-program to the program. Would that be fair to say?
That would be fair to say.
All right. That's what we're going to do. So, sounds like, are the sound levels okay? Let's check in with the TLB'ers in our live chat room tonight. Hello, TLB'ers. Great to see everybody. Oh my God, it's a great. Laufenberg, look at all the people here tonight. All right. Oh my God, I love it. Thanks everybody for coming in.
There you go with that clapping you do.
That's the seal clap. Oh yeah. No, this is going to be great. We've got questions already. We could do a little Q&A. Thank you, Steve. Steve's giving me the answer finally. Thank you, buddy. Steve Kosak. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, Chestnut. Thank you. There we go. I guess it just takes a minute for the question to get out there. I think we're on a little bit of a delay. Thank you, Chestnut. Good to see you in here. Thank you.
Does sound pretty good on my end.
Yeah, you sound great tonight. James May. Where'd he go? So, where was the song? The last song? That was The Flies. Got You Where I Want You, James. Thank you. Let's see if any other questions here.
I got questions.
Oh, Gil can actually hear you, so that's all that matters. See, Gil doesn't know how many times you say fuck during the program because he can't hear you.
Oh, wow.
So now he can hear you tonight, so you're good. Now you better be careful. Hey, Lonnie Bush, good to see you, my friend. Amy Wilkins, always good to see you. Thank you. Doug Derby, thank you, man. Sound is clear. So we're looking for CJ, my man. I love it out there in Alabama. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, we got the friends in here. We got the family. Not only the family. Terrible word. What am I saying? No. See, you can't let them have that. Don't let them hijack it. There's the classic. Hello, the classic. Or classic, the Irish legend. What would be like, how would you say that in French? Irish, I'm nothing to do with France or anything like that. You France. But I like their language. You can say bullshit of anything. You can say any bullshit you want. If you say it in French, it sounds great. Did I tell you the story that time about, I guess my ex, Lori, LC?
Oh, I've heard this one.
And the French Canadian, because I was doing, back when I was doing the hockey, because I used to do hockey, color commentary. I used to do that, and I used to do the locker room reports and stuff like that, post game shows, et cetera, for the local professional team. I don't know, the like minor league, AAA or something, whatever they were. And they would recruit a lot of players out of college across the country, and of course, some of the Canadian players. A lot of them were Canadian, in fact. A lot of the players play down here. They love it because the American dollar is worth more. They can go up there and exchange it and get more money. But nonetheless, they play down here and they live down here about 6-7 months of the year, right? So they came down here up at opening training camp. I go in there and get some interviews, and one of them was with Francois Bourgeois or something. I don't know whatever his French Canadian day was. So I go back and I play the interview for my wife at the time, and I'm like, "Hey, Lori, what do you think of this? Does it sound okay? Can I put this up, or do you think I need to edit down? What do you think about it?" Because I like to get anybody's other opinion, obviously, on some of the things, so I don't, sound too bad. So she listens to it, and there's the intro. All right, I'm talking to number 24, the forward for the Roanoke Express. This is Francois. Or I think it was like, introduce yourself. That's what it was. Introduce yourself to everybody. Yes, I'm Francois Bourgeois. I'll try to go, or Ottawa, whatever, right? He's talking all the French Canadian, whatever, out of that part of the country that they talk French. Some of them just talk French up there, right? They don't even talk English. It's pure French. And you can tell his English was a bit choppy, but he had that French Canadian accent down because that's what he was. And so he was like, yes, Francois Bourgeois, player the OHL. I come down here to the United States, play for, So I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, could you play that back? So I went and restarted it. This is Francois Bourgeois. I didn't quite get the. Could you play it back one more time? Huh. Okay. Are you sure? Like just the intro. Yeah, just the beginning. Finally, I caught on. It was the accent, right? French probably does. Yeah. Then I'm running around the rest of the day. Do you want to go to the grocery store, man?
Do anything, huh?
Trying.
Yep.
Anyway. Yeah, the French Canadian. They got it down. All right. So sounds like sounds good. Good. All right. So we've got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. And so I wanted to get to some of the stuff ahead of time. Stuff that's not really for the main program, but still enough to where I wanted to get it out there and straighten it out and clarify or whatever. Because Tawna, once again, I mean, believe it or not, I've managed to jerk some chains.
Really? You?
Yeah. Yes. I've managed to jerk some chains.
That's just very shocking.
So we're going to get that out of the way here in the pre-show. So hope you guys got some time to hang around. If you don't, that's okay. See, I'm not one of those, right? Oh, just stay around, man. Just stay around. Oh, stay tuned. I don't care. That's what these people misunderstand. It's your benefit. It's to your benefit. Stick around. Now bow to the king.
Yeah.
Oh, TLB.
Right. I mean, oh, yes.
Yes. You especially, Laufenberg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get down there on those knees.
Yeah, right.
Start that. Well, never mind. See, that's the funny part. They believe that shit too.
Sure they
6
do.
hours. I don't think it'll go 6 hours for real. I don't think so. That's why we're starting early. I want to get this bullshit out of the way. So, all right, let's do that. Let's do a couple more. Wait. Hey, Mike. Mike 1970. Hello, Mike Catcher. Good to see you, bud. Best road green jerseys in NHL history. Foxy. I'm not sure who's got that. Who's got those jerseys? You're right. Maybe we should bow down to her. How about that?
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. You actually got a little mad at me at that, though, I think. Dude, look at that.
Oh.
No, we gotta hire the classic. The classic. That's good. Look what she did. Classic, can I ask you, are you I seem to think you're a female for some reason. Is that true, or am I right, or am I wrong? I don't want to misgender. I'll end up in court somewhere. I'll have another restraining order against me.
Another one?
For misgendering. Did you see what they did there?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I like
yep.
that.
Oh, I like that. I do like that.
Very creative.
As long
Thank
as I'm
you.
first.
Always. Hartford. Okay. Thank you. Yes, that would make sense. The old Hartford Whalers. Good call. Good call. Good call, guys. Well, you got some hockey guys in here. I like that. Tawna, you're a hockey girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Okay. Classic is a guy. Thank you. I apologize. We will keep that straight. That's good stuff, though. If Tawna is a queen, she has a count. Competition down there in West Hollywood, says Gil Hodges. LA Kings. All right. I'm the old Caps. As long as they don't change their name. I don't know why they would, but they might. I don't want to get into all that. That's a whole nother thing. We'll be here another 6 hours for sure. But I do want to play a couple more songs and get some more stuff ready here because, again, I want to get this stuff out of the way early, and then we can get into what we were here to do to begin with. How's that sound, Laufenberg?
That sounds perfect.
All right, tell you what then. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's do some Group Love. I like this band.
I didn't ask for that. You give me heart attack. I didn't want to care. And then I saw
All right, welcome back in, everybody. TLB Radio, Brian Davis, Tawna Laufenberg. Sunday night, once again, live coming at you from the Star City of the South. We're going to be getting underway in just a little bit. But first, like I said, I had a couple of things I wanted to get out of the way before we got into the main program, because kind of just developed out of nowhere. I mean, who knows, man? If you're giving an opinion sometimes and people get pissed off at it or whatever, they can't, I guess they got to get something in. So when you do that, I get a right to get something back in. That's the way I look at it. What did, how's it go? If you do something to me, I got every right to do something to you back.
I think that's how it goes.
Oh my gosh. All right. So here's how this went down this week here. First of all, if you joined us last week, that fucking debacle is still up.
I thought we were going to take it down.
You can't even rip on that because we rip on it ourselves, man. We got out of the gate so bad that last week I've been meaning to take it down and I just haven't gotten to it yet. And lo and behold, people are still looking at it. I'm like, fuck it. Let them look at it. I don't mind. You can, I mean, I'm telling you, we've never claimed to be perfect, right? We have you're not going to hit a home run every time. And last week was just brutal because we came in right out of the gate and didn't have anything but trouble. We rebounded a little bit and things got real. So this guy named James Dawson came into the chat last week. Now, I'd heard a couple things about this guy previously, hadn't really been keeping up, but apparently I've missed all of it. I guess I didn't know somebody anointed him the new king or whatever, right? So that's why we have to straighten this out tonight. So tonight, we hope later on in just a little bit, we're going to start the show or the program, and we're going to hopefully have, I'm pretty confident, this will be the final word or words on the blood, because that's what we were dealing with last week. So in a nutshell, here's what I think is going on, Tawna. This guy, James Dawson, basically wants us to believe that the blood has been mistyped to the point it's so mislabeled that it's completely screwed up the whole narrative and premise of this whole case at the Tate murder scene. They are literally this, and I've never seen this done before. They are literally whoever, him, George Stimson, whoever's on this little wagon, and I do mean little. I've yet to meet anybody yet that actually believes this nonsense, and hopefully we'll put an end to it tonight. But they want you to believe. James Dawson wants you to believe, right? That the blood is so wrong. I've never seen anyone do this before, Tawna. James, or whoever, Dawson is literally changing the evidence of the case. He's changing the blood type on the front porch from, or Frykowski's blood from B. He's literally saying Frykowski was not B. That was not his blood type B. He's changing the evidence to fit his, whatever his theory is. I've never seen that done before. Never have I seen people change the evidence. Now, they changed their theory based on the official evidence that's entered, because what else do we have to go? If you're going to start going off of the stuff that he's trying to go off of, you can apply that to any murder case. And a lot of people do that. They look at any little thing, man. And that's kind of like the difference in people that can do it and people that can't. Not every little thing is something. Every little thing is a conspiracy or meant to be or has something to do with it or something, right? Any little thing. They pick apart what you say. If you're not exact, even though you tell them, okay, this isn't exact, it's an estimate, or you'll say, this is my opinion, and somehow that goes over their head, and they start holding you to things that you really never said. But nonetheless, they want to change the evidence that's not B blood, that's O blood. See, now everything fits. No, I don't claim OJ's innocent. But that's what they're trying to do. I'm not buying it. And we're going to hopefully, I think we are. And that's the thing, Laufenberg. I think we can show them the proof. And I still don't think that they will get it. Do you? I just don't think they'll. It's like the bathroom picture, right? With the blood in the bathroom. We show them the picture and they still are like, oh, no, that's not in the testimony. Well, then you go, well, it is in the testimony, right? It is in the testimony. Mm-hmm. But then you go, well, find it and show me where it is. Now, why would we do the work for you?
Exactly.
All right. But before we get into all of that, I've got other issues that have come up. And normally I wouldn't say anything, but, oh, man, this person tried to go in on me. And I'm like, that's not cool. So I'm going to get out in front of this shit. Okay?
Okay.
Are you okay with that, Laufenberg? Can I take some time?
Is it going to be bad? Are you going to?
Well, I mean, it might be. It might be. It's not going to be too bad, but I didn't want to make it the part of the main show when we, like, later on. I'm just going to do this live right now since we're live. It's like an added bonus to the show almost, because it's not something that I'm going to. It's not really even content for the murders. It's more or less the drama part of the whole thing. And I posted something in our group, our Facebook group, which I got to be careful who I let in there now. I see these freaking idiots. Let me just do this since we're in the promo. Since we're in the pre-show. I'm just going to start out right now, man. And you got to consider the sources on these things, okay? When they start this bullshit. And I should do more of that. I should consider the sources, but sometimes I just can't resist. I can't resist. All right. Let me start with this. I don't know. Maybe I won't get to this goober.
See, now I want to know what you're going to say. I feel like I don't even know the story you're about to tell.
Look, let me put a little thing up first, like a little announcement here. If you're not into the drama, all right now, just come back in a few minutes. I'm being serious. Because the main event, if you want to call it that, our main program tonight will start here in just a little bit. This is all pre-show bullshit right here. I'm the first to admit it. It's pre-show bullshit. So if you're not into it, that's fine. Take off and come back, or don't come back. I'm just saying that's what's going on now. So we're not really into the show yet. Okay, this is the pre-show. I'm getting all this out of the way. So in other words, what I'm going to do, Laufenberg, later on, after this thing is all over with, we're going to start the show, of course, and then I'm going to edit all of this stuff out up until the start of the show, of what we're going to do for the real show later. Okay?
Okay.
That's the plan. That's right, Mike. It's like the warm-ups, man. All right, so before we get to all of that blood stuff, like I said, we're going to get into some, I'm going to get into a little bit of the drama stuff that happened in our group this week. And I don't care about that. Like, you can disagree with me. I don't know where this notion comes from. Like, if you disagree with Brian Davis, by God, he does mean things to you and says mean things about you. That's just not true. It's just not true. If you come at me with attitude or some kind of condescending disrespect, some kind of bullshit, what do you think you're going to get back? It's funny. They never, ever talk about that part. And that's all I'll say. That's why I'm doing this. If they had approached me and simply disagreed, I wouldn't have an issue. I wouldn't even be doing this right now. This pre-show thing. But they had to kind of get personal, like kind of take a shot at me. So you want to take some shots, you freak? We're going to take some shots. And you know what? I think everybody knows. If you've been following me, or not following, I hate that word. If you've been keeping up with this TLB radio thing for the last decade, you already know I've been a bad boy back in the day. You know this already. We've been doxxed 1, 2, 3, 4 times, I think. Shit, I doxed myself at this point. Oh, I've got a couple bad things. Here's the thing. You've got to go back to like 1999, though, to really get the good stuff, and probably 1987 or so to get the kind of stupid stuff. And then the rest of the stuff I don't give a fuck about. Those are just fights and mix-ups and restraining orders and all that shit from people that are just flat out wanting to talk some shit or do some shit, and I step up and they go, you know what, buddy? I don't want to deal with you. Here's a restraining order. Good. Keep it that way. Because I will step up. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm stepping up, dude. I don't care. If you're going to talk shit about me, there's plenty out there you can bring up. I don't care. But to take a shot at me like this, dude, I didn't say anything wrong. It's my opinion on somebody. So yeah, bring it. Okay, I'm going to bring it too then. And quite frankly, when I finish bringing this, I think I'd rather be on my side with even with my dirt. You know, I would show. I didn't think anybody gave a shit about my past because it's really nothing to brag about considering some people's past. Hey, Laufenberg, imagine being into the Manson case, right? Imagine you're into the Manson case, full on into the Manson case, but you're appalled by my record.
That's kind of funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, if you think about it, that is really, really funny.
Yeah, you're not appalled by anything you see in the cases that you're into, but my record is appalling. Ooh. Yes. All right. So I want to get this out of the way, first of all, and give everybody a backstory on what's going on here. So I went ahead the other day and I made a post in the group, our Facebook group, and I was starting to get a little, liberal about who I let in. I was like, I don't care, just let them in. But I didn't know they were actual fucking retards that want to come in and start shit or whatever they're trying to do. Which that's not even. I won't even get into that. This is fun. I think this is somebody that's been in the group for a while, actually. Excuse me. And they finally had to speak up. They said. So we're gonna let them speak up. We're gonna see what they got here. And that's another thing, man. It's not like I don't ever let people speak up. Where's that come from? Oh, he won't ever let you talk and get my stuff. Dude, I don't refuse to look at anything. I'll listen to anything. I don't care. Talk your shit. Like I give a shit about talking shit, dude. All right, so let's take a look at this. I'm going to do a little share here, I think. I'm going to do a little share. Make sure I got this up here. I want to get the actual. I got to find my post. I'm going to find the post actually that I made. Because so many people are commenting on it now. I guess I could blame this on Gil Hodges, but really I can't. So I won't. Hey, by the way, Laufenberg. Mm-hmm. While I'm looking for this for a second here, did you know that? Did you see the new CEO of Cracker Barrel changed the logo, and people were going off on that? Man, did you see that?
I read something. I didn't see what the logo looked like though.
Dude, all right. Well, so since then, because the CEO, they got so much backlash off of this, right? That she was like, okay, I'll change it again. So now they've got a new logo out. She just dropped a new logo to the new logo. Check this out. It's wild. So we are going to sue. I just want everybody to know that. Our attorneys have been contacted. We're suing. Thank you for your attention to this matter. All right, let me find this. Get this post up here.
You're a dork.
What? You're calling me a dork. Thank you. I'll take that too.
Oh, I got one of those. Nice.
Oh, fuck it. All right. I got to find this post. Provoke me, man. I will step up. I don't care.
So were you really bad? Did you say something really bad?
Well, I mean, I just said what I had. Look, number one, I don't like to be a hypocrite, and I've tried a lot of times to be as compromising as I can and respectful, if nothing else. And then it gets to a point where, you know what, you kind of like, I don't know, man, I don't know. But then I'm like, I watch people and how they behave and do, and you know, people don't like me for some reasons. Okay, I don't have a problem with that, and I don't chase everybody down that wants to talk shit, you know, about me behind my back or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Who cares? But like, you come to me with a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. So I said something about somebody in this community, and it looks like I set some people off a little bit. That's okay. But then you're going to come back at me with this. And I want to hope you're. Well, I'll let you read it here in a second. Hang on. I just want to find my original post.
I don't get the whole social media thing. Like, I don't do any of that posting and commenting and.
You don't. You never did really get into it, huh? I know. Okay, so here's the post. Let me put this up on the screen so we can all get into this a little bit here together and go over it together or whatever, and so forth and so forth, yada yada yada. Okay.
Do you got it?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm trying. Wait, before I get into that, look what I found. And people are like, dude, what are you doing? I'm all over the place. This was I'm just saying the month of July, at the end of July last, at the very end here, 6 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cool? That's our own playlist from the from WROV here in Roanoke at the time, which I ended up working at that station for about 5 years. So years later, like, that's just our list right there. I don't know if that's the actual Billboard. That's the songs people in Roanoke were requesting at that time.
Well, all I'm looking at is the Dr. Pepper. So
I hear you. Dude, that's so wild, that old stuff. All right, I just want to get that in there because I came across that. Okay, now let me get the share screen going. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Okay. How do I get that bigger? Why does that always do that? I think I've got to do the old enlargement thing here, I guess.
yeah, I don't know how to do any of that, but yeah, that's pretty little.
You don't know how to do it. You should learn that stuff, man. How do you not know how to do that?
You don't know how to do it.
What?
Well, I mean, you're having trouble doing it, so.
I'm not having trouble doing it. What are you talking about? All right.
Oh, I know where you're going with this now.
Did that do it? That didn't look like it. I just literally I guess I got the wrong. There we go. Okay, you can read that now, right?
I can read it. Yeah.
Okay, so I made this post, I guess yesterday, whenever, and I didn't just come out of the blue with it. Gil Hodges made a post in the group. And he made a post about an article that Scott Michaels was in. I guess about a year ago. Kind of had us falling out. Not even a falling out. I just kind of got sick of Scott, I guess, because like his true self kind of shone through finally. Because for years, man, I was trying to be, I've been a friend to Scott. I've been nice to him, respectful for him, despite his I guess hobbies or ways he makes his living or whatever. I try not to, I tried to be respectful because he was doing some good things with it. But then you go, well, just because you do good things, does the bad take away the good take away the bad, vice versa type thing? I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel about certain things. And when I looked at him through the years, I started seeing a little bit of hypocrisy. I started to see some things that I was like, I don't know about that. So I don't know what he thinks. I couldn't care less what he thinks. Because Scott said something one time about, he's just mad because he used to be in our group, and I think he left the group because he goes, people disagree with you, Brian, and you go off on them and start name calling and so forth, which I guess sometimes I do. I can't say that I don't use a little bit of profanity and certain select names to describe people as adjectives, because to me, I don't know what the difference is when you call somebody, well, you know what, that guy was rude, as opposed to saying, you know what, that guy was an asshole. What's the difference?
Not much.
That's my point. So, but if you use the word asshole, some people think it's, oh gosh, he's calling people names all of a sudden. Well, to me, it's the same thing. And if you're going to be rude or condescending or disrespectful, and I call you a asshole or a dickhead or whatever, okay, that's name calling technically, but you've already crossed the line. So I've never said anything about Scott bad or anything until I saw this happening. I guess it was like last year, maybe a little more than a year, maybe a year and a half. I don't know exactly when. That was when I saw him and Michael Channels. You guys already know how I feel about that fucking freak.
Yep, we do.
So there's a video that they put up. He and Michael Channels, both Scott Michaels and Michael Channels, they both put it up. There's a video that they put up on his channel, Scott's channel, and the video was him and Michael Channels traipsing through the woods looking for Charlie Manson's burial spots. I say spots because they scattered the ashes, so they're all over the place out there. A lot of them went into the water, into the creek that was there. A lot of it didn't. It was very windy that day. Was it not, Laufenberg? You were there. And I want to clarify, you were not there at the ashes spreading.
Yeah, I was not. Yeah, I wasn't there.
But you recall being there. The weather that day, it was very, rather windy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Traipsing and sashaying, not to be confused with secluse and I'm sorry, recluse and recuse.
Recluse and recuse.
Yes, don't want to confuse the two. Although I almost did right there again. Nonetheless. So I saw this video where they're traipsing through, sashaying through the woods, looking for the spot that they were throwing the ashes of Charles Manson. And I thought for a minute, look at this. Look at this fucking freaks. And I thought about his tag they so proudly displays on his vehicle, Death Hag. Death Hag. And I thought, you know what? When people tell you who they are, believe them. Okay, well, I'm going to believe you here, Scott. You are a Death Hag.
It's kind of cringy. Death Hag?
Yes. First of all, Cammy, it's not Tawna, it's Tawna. Get that right away. And then also, no, that is not Star, you fucking idiot. Why would we introduce her as Tawna Laufenberg, but she's really Star? Durr. See, this is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about right here. I'm talking about this bullshit right here. I have no tolerance. You stupid fucking idiot. Is Tawna also a woman known as Thar? This is where you belong in the boner chat. God damn.
Hey, she's almost got my name right. She's just got 2 letters mixed up. It's okay.
That's not even dyslexia. Yes, his tag, his automobile tag says Death Hag. And you know, so I looked around at all that. I said, you know what? This guy's been doing this for a long time, Scott Michaels. And he has been selling like bricks from the yellow chimney, for example, for money. He goes out and does these interviews, which, by the way, let me say, well, you know what? Let's just get to this, by the way. Let's just get to this before. I'm sorry, Cammie. I'm sorry. She's probably, I don't know. They probably okay. I'm a little high strung tonight. I apologize. That's why we're doing this early, so I can calm down by the time the show starts. We're going to do a late start tonight, but I got to get this out. So, and there's other things. Like I said, there's other things that I will explain here as I go through this post of mine, please. Here. So here's the post. Scott Michaels from Dearly Departed is a piece of shit for posing like he cares about these victims while making money. It should be off the Bugliosi lie with his helter-skelter tours and selling bricks from the Cielo fireplace. And for hiking through the woods with that other creepy piece of shit, Michael Channels, looking for Manson ashes or the Manson spot or whatever he can film to make him some money to monetize that video, because he's catering to the Manson freaks and the murderabilia people and all those freaking sickos out there that think this stuff is funny and fun and like to have it on their coffee table and like to have it on their walls and all around them and wear it on their apparel. That's what he's catering to. Because he's probably a freak himself. But he likes to disguise. Oh, I'm for the victims. I give for the victim advocacy group every year. All this money I make off of sharing stuff, I give to him. I give to the victims. No, you keep it. It's your profits. It's your freaking part of your living. Oops. Let me go over here. I just lost it. Let me get to the rest of the post. Okay, so I made that little post, and there's much more to this. So then we get a reply. It's not just a disagreement. It's a reply, one of the comments. And it comes from this Susie S.C. Ewing. She looks like a lot of fun. Susie S.C. Ewing, who's a member of our group. I don't know. I can't recall anything she's ever added or posted to the group of any significance, though. There's that. But let's read what she says. Yeah, let's do a little blurry here. Let me magnify that up a little bit more. Okay.
Mine looks pretty clear. I can read that pretty well.
Yeah. I just put it up a few more. Magnified it a little bit more. Okay. So Susie SC, she replies, I'm finally going to say what needs to be said. Exactly how much money have you made off this case? To attack Scott's character is absurd. He's always gone to great lengths to research every case he discusses. He interviews people who have firsthand knowledge of the case. He presents facts as provided to him by law enforcement professionals, as well as people who work in the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. He always speaks about the victims with sincere respect and compassion. The artifacts that he has sold are always cataloged and labeled. The reality is that people do have an interest in owning a piece of history from these horrific crime scenes. There are so many hacks out there who are selling a bag of dirt or a piece of a rock from who knows where and presenting it as an actual piece of history. Now that's a sleazy move. Here comes a surprise. Let me save you the trouble of looking me up. Yes, I work for Scott at Dearly Departed, and I'm so grateful for having had that opportunity. He's very well respected by so many people except you.
I just like you're reading like you're that's
I
pretty good.
just,
That's
I
good.
just feel this. She's so jacked, man. I mean, look, I get it, which I don't mind. Any of this so far, I don't have a problem with any of this. Okay, I have no problem with anything she's saying right here. I wouldn't even, if this is all she said, I wouldn't even bring her up. You understand?
Oh yeah, I know.
I wouldn't even bring her up if this is all she said, because I don't care about this. This is just her opinion, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with this, man. She's wrong, and I'll go through this. I'm going to go through this and show she's wrong, but I don't have a problem. I wouldn't even bring her up right now. But then she gets to this, right? I find it amazing just how many people think of you as an expert. I hope they do their research and see what you're really all about. Okay. I've done some research on you, and I've seen the trend where if you disagree with someone, you seem to be incredibly vindictive, as indicated by the restraining orders. I have nothing to hide. If you want to come after me, I'm here. This is great. To your faithful readers, they're more listeners than readers. I post a few things, but yeah, we get you. Please do your own research on Brian Davis if you aren't appalled at what you find. Good luck to you. Again, Tawna, can you imagine being so all in on the Manson case, but being appalled by my behavior 35, 40 years ago? Oh my God. Or even up to, I can only go like there's nothing to be appalled about lately. I mean, come on. I've had some restraining orders, but it's not nothing serious. Come on. I'm only banned in 3 states.
Only 3?
I got 47 other states, Tawna.
Okay. All right. That's an accomplishment.
Yes. All right. So I want to show my reply here. And this is where it stands right now. And then we can get by this dumb shit. And I'm going to straighten everybody on this, and we can get into the show. So I'm replying to some of her comments in her post here. Exactly how much money have you made off this case? Well, I want you to know, and I want everybody to know in case they don't, but I would imagine everybody already knows that. Hold on a second here. Russell Cook is currently banned from Atlantis. That beats me. The whole Atlantis? Yes, right. There you go. See, some people already know this stuff, man. That's exactly right, Mojo. Thank you. Whoops. Where's the chat's moving a little quickly here? Where'd you go? Yeah, the holy gully ordeal. That's a good way to put it. I mean, all these people know this stuff already. So what she's trying to make is kind of famous. Banned in 5 territories. Yes, I'm like old Brody back in the day. Remember Brody? God rest his soul. So I'm going to reply this anyway. I don't even have to watch this, Tawna. Are you watching? I'm going to prove a point to you. People know this already. They know this. They've been following this shit. How much money have I made in this 15, 20-year ordeal of mine? You can say since 2005. The program's been on since 2011, at least I think. But how much money have I made in this, people? Tell me what you think I've made in this whole thing in all these years. Yes, rest in peace, Bruiser, by the way. Somebody inform this woman over here what I've made in the case. There's one. Anybody else? If you listen, you know. If you've been listening to the program any amount of time, really, you probably know. There's another one. Here's really the answer right here. Thank you, Classic. That's actually the answer. I mean, everybody's got the answer so far. There's absolutely nothing I've made in this. I've actually lost shit in this. But go ahead and go off. Thank you. Everybody knows this. Thank you. Thank you for proving my point. I'm banned from the local Waffle House. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Gil. Thank you, Ghost. Everybody knows this. Thank you, Aloha. Laufenberg, everybody knows this. I've made no money off of this.
I know you haven't.
Everybody knows this. Yet you've got this idiot trying to step up and be somebody and show a gotcha moment to me. How much money have you? Look how she put up there, capital Y-O-U. You made off this case. Somehow that means more. You made off this case. Hypocrite. So there's your answer. Not one penny. I've spent my own money. And you're right. Classic's right. I've actually lost money in this shit. Lost all kinds of stuff. Scott Michaels, has always gone to great lengths to research every case he discusses. Oh my God, let's talk about this.
Really? That's kind of a bold statement.
And one thing Scott Michaels, I've never known him for, is a researcher. He is oh my God, how would you describe? No, he does not know this case, or didn't know the case. He may have gotten improving. He's probably improved a little bit over the years. But Scott Michaels does not know this case. That's funny. I don't know about other cases. I don't know anything about the other cases he talks about. But I know for a fact, when I first started talking to Scott Michaels, let me tell you how this came about. When I started the program, everybody was like, you got to get Scott Michaels on. I didn't know who the guy was. Get Scott Michaels. So I looked him up, Dearly Departed. And right away, I was like, oh man, something's a little weird about this. He's doing all this, find a death kind of thing. It's all macabre and dark. And it's just kind of creepy stuff to get involved with, I think, for me. I don't like the energy. But I didn't rip him because he seemed to be doing some good things as well, which I tried to highlight those and try to justify why I would support somebody like him when normally I wouldn't. Because if you think about it, everything I say about the Manson groupies is basically the same thing that Scott Michaels is doing. So for me to support him and then kind of go off on the groupies, it's kind of hypocritical, really, except I was trying to justify thinking, well, he does do some good, unlike the groupies. He does try to do some good, but does that erase the way that he's getting his money? I mean, does that erase the what I think is the, kind of like the creepy stuff of what he's doing? I don't know. I kind of like, I don't know. But then I saw that video where he's traipsing through the woods with Mike Channels, and that did it. I was like, well, that tells me everything. But early on, I was trying to I guess, just kind of like be fair to the guy and still hold to my own beliefs. It was very hard to do. But I had to start looking at it as I kept watching him through the years. And as far as his researching the case, well, I remember the first time I called him to get him on the program, and I was going over some things to talk about, and I said to him, so you do your tour right by Portola and Easton. Do you tell your audience on the tour bus, like, the possibility of why they may have been going up Portola to the Webbers to begin with? Do you think it had anything to do with maybe they were going to Jay Sebring's house and missed the turn? Pretty easy to miss that turn in the middle of the night after you just murdered some people. Scott thought, he thought I was from like another planet, suggesting that. Scott Michaels bought into, recites, or at least had been reciting, the official narrative, the Bugliosi story, at least up until a few years. The guy uses the freaking logo for his tour. It's not a good picture, but you get my point. That's his logo, man. That's not exploiting the murders. Look at that shit. The true
Yeah,
tour.
that kind of is. Yeah, it is.
Look, the Manson murders. Puts the word. You know why he put Manson in there?
That's the
I
word
mean,
that makes the money.
that's what makes right. You know this. That's the buzzword. The true tour. If he was really being real, he would put like the true tour of the Tate LaBianca murders. And when he does the tour, he would be, there's a possibility. He doesn't have to say it as a fact, but there's a possibility that Tex Watson missed the turn that night off the road here and was trying to go up Easton. Some people say that. But the official narrative says that they went up here. And he could present it like that, but he never did. He recited the official narrative for years. I imagine he still does. I would never take that tour. I would just do my own. I mean, can you imagine paying for that when you could do your own?
Mm-mm.
Or you could call it the true tour of the Tex Watson murders. That's right, acapella. But you see my point here. He doesn't do it like he's using the actual logo of the thing for promotion of his, but this is all legit, right? He cares about the victims. He cares about the truth. Research? He didn't know anything about this case when I talked to him originally. And I mean nothing but the official narrative. He knew nothing. And you know what else he knew back when Bill Garrettson passed away? He knew nothing about that. I was the one that said, Bill Garrettson passed away. I put it up in our group. And because he was a member of the group, he found out that Bill Garrettson passed away. So he put it up on his little website. And then he got a bunch of heat from the Manson blog, from that mealy-mouthed Matt Malunick piece of shit. It's a Manson blog. Said, oh, you better not trust that. That's Brian Day. No, you can trust me, man. The guy, you can't be trusted, you mealy-mouthed douchebag. You're the one that can't be trusted. And guess who was right? Me. Because I knew he passed away. So Scott Michaels calls me. Hey, Brian, are you sure Bill Garrettson passed away? Because everybody else says you're wrong. You know what, Scott? Everybody else are a bunch of freaking Manson groupie following retards. That's why they don't like me. That's why they're saying I'm wrong. But in the end, you're going to see I'm right. So you either go with what you know, which I'm telling you, or you go with whatever they tell you. And you know who he went with? Who do you think he went with, Tom Laufenberg? Who do you think he went with?
Let me guess.
You're damn right. He went with me. But all of a sudden, oh, I can't disagree. I got to, no, dude, you can disagree. But when you start showing those, true murder memorabilia or whatever you want to be, like there's true murder groupie tendencies, right? I'm going to call you out. Because when you pose as a pretender, as a faker, a contender, a pretender, when you pose as somebody that's like, oh, I'm all for the victims and we got to treat this with dignity and respect while you're on the side selling their bricks from the murder scene because some sicko wants a piece of history. You don't think that's creepy, wrong? You okay with that? You're going to sleep well tonight? Hey, each to their own. And you're going to be appalled at me because I threw some fingernail clippers at my ex one night on a drunken night out of fucking just pure fucking drunk anger, man, baby. Yeah, I did that. But you see, I can recover from that. You're still a freaking Manson groupie, still making a living off of bricks from a murder scene. Yeah, big difference, buddy. By the way,
did you just call yourself a man, baby? Did I hear that?
So I'm talking about, so try to keep up, Laufenberg. Okay. I'm talking about back in 1999 when this shit happened. I was a drunken man baby that night, and I threw some fingernail clippers at my ex-wife. Yeah, terrible thing to do. I get it, no doubt. And you know what? I think I can cut myself a break 30 freaking years later, however long it's been. And I think anybody that compares that while they're sitting there at the El Coyote or at El Coyote on the murder night with their little kid, I think, you know what? I would be appalled at that.
I have just never heard you refer to yourself as a man baby before. That kind of got my attention.
Yeah, I don't care. You think I have a problem? See, here's the thing. You think I have a problem? You think I don't know what my mistakes have been in my life? You think I have a problem, dude? I don't give a fuck what I used to be. What am I now? Put my shit up against somebody now. Go ahead. Because I don't give a fuck where I'm at right now. I'm good. I'm good. I don't take shit. You don't like it? Oh, well, deal with it. Get a restraining order. Because the restraining order is not for me. They're the ones that are too fucking scared. That's why they're getting it. I'm not doing shit. I reply. I've never got a restraining order on anybody in my life. Let's go back to this shit. I gotta get past all this. So Scott Michaels knows diddly about the freaking. He knows fuck all about the case, as far as I know. And anything he's learned over the years, it's only been because he's been inspired to by people like myself. That's a fact, Jack. The artifacts that the artifacts that he has sold are always cataloged and labeled. My reply? So, does that matter? Does that make you any less of a sicko? No. The reality is that people do have an interest in owning a piece of history from these horrific crime scenes. that I agree with. You're right. I just think that's sick. I think that's just pure sick. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, unfortunately, you're right about that one. That's why I speak up against it. So people like you can't feel normal. I don't want you, selling people in death, making money off of people's death, and then you think it's normal. You're a very, very, very small minority. There are so many hacks out there who are selling a bag of dirt or a piece of rock or from who knows where and presenting it as actual piece of history. Now that's a sleazy move. I agree. That's also sleazy. And I also call that out too. It's no different though than what you guys are doing over there. And then she gets into this. This is where it gets a little personal, as you know. Starting to get a little personal now. Let me save you the trouble of looking me up. Yes, I worked for Scott at Dearly Departed, and I'm so grateful for having had the opportunity. He's so very well respected by so many people, except you. Well, okay. She's wrong, number one. And no, I haven't looked her up. Well, we're getting ready to. Let me put it that way. We're going to look her up here in a second, but I haven't done it so yet. We're going to take a look at her profile and see what she's all about. But I wonder why this doesn't surprise me. A former employee of Scott Michaels coming to his rescue, who happens to be I guess just a murderer-loving freak herself. So I guess you attract what you are. And then she got with the number of followers you have. I too have an obligation to get the facts straight. I've got an obligation to get the facts straight. Oh my God. Thank you for that there. What's her name? Susie? Yeah, Susie. Okay. That's exactly what we do. We're going to get ready to do that here in a few minutes, actually. We're going to get the facts straight. In fact, let's get the facts straight on this, Tawna.
Okay.
Let's check out Susie for a moment here. Let's check her out. She said we can do it, right? She said we can check her out. So let's do it. Let's check it out and see what she's all about. Let's get our facts straight. Whoops. Let's see here. Let's go look at this profile of hers.
Have you already looked at her? Have you already?
No, we're doing it right now. No, we're literally doing it right now together. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I haven't. She normally would not be worth me looking up. You understand? Like I don't look up everybody. I don't give a fuck. Why would I look her up? It doesn't matter to me if you work with Scott or not. That doesn't matter to me. Although it doesn't surprise me. So let's see what she's all about. We're going to look at her profile. Okay, so that's her. This is her profile right here on Facebook. Let's see here. I guess that's Susie in the middle, I'm guessing. Of her I don't know what do you call it? The main heading picture up here. That's her. Oh, look, here's her profile picture. Look. Imagine that.
There's nothing wrong with that, Brian. Come on.
Nothing wrong with that, huh? Nothing wrong with sticking your kid at the Coyote Mexican restaurant. I can't tell if that's at the Coyote or she's just holding. Is that the actual restaurant, or did they steal a menu? They probably stole it. I'm not talking about. I'm just who would put their kid in. I mean, Jesus Christ, you people are some. She's gonna call me appalled. Oh, she got
the
12.
menu is bigger than the kid. Look at that.
Kid has no idea what they were even holding. No idea. But anyway, I'm not ripping the kid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to make fun of the kid. Very cute kid, actually. But the point of putting your kid in that position and holding the El Coyote, I mean, I guess are they at the look at the date, August the 10th, 12:52. This is what they like to do. They like to get down right to the minute almost, right? With these things. So you know what she was doing on the date of the murders, right?
What?
Well, let's say what she wasn't doing. You know, she wasn't having a moment of silence at the time these murders at the anniversary date of these murders this year. This is what she posted this year. Do you think she's having a moment of silence, or do you think she's bragging about being at El Coyote?
That's a tough one.
Maybe for you, not for me. I'm appalled. Oh, look at this. There's a buddy, Kobe Welch. He's loving it. Imagine that. A Manson groupie loving this picture. Yeah. This is who Scott Michaels attracts. This is who he makes his money off of. A bunch of gullible, stupid idiots. And I know he knows this. You're terrible, Scott. Let's see who loved this comment. Oh, look, Cemetery Art Chick. Love this comment. Isn't that nice? Somebody that names themselves Cemetery Art Chick. Fucking sick fuckers. Now, I got 12 idiots to like this picture. I tell you, it wasn't for the picture, it's for the kid because the kid's cute. But God, I guess they're at the Coyote here doing this. That's her profile picture. That's what she goes around on the internet with. So proud of that. Wow. Let's see what else she likes to post. Okay. Nothing wrong with this. Okay. I'm down with that. I like Ozzy. Okay. So she's like posting normal stuff, it looks like. But, oh, wait. No. Well, can't do this. Look, she actually posted something with Linda Kasabian in her fake wig. I guess that's who that is.
Wow.
There's the Scott Michaels thing again. There's the logo. Yeah. Maybe that's actually her right there. I guess that's her, the actual blonde here. I don't know. Is that her right there? Doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah. Well, I can tell already what kind of freak this woman is. Forgive me for not being offended, I guess. So anyway, yeah, you're so wrong. I made no money off of this. I've don't put out stuff that's not factual intentionally anyway. And what else? Scott doesn't know the case for fuck off. And yeah, everything you wrote basically. Susie, was it? I think Susie. You're wrong. That's simple. So yeah. That wig. Wig is made out of hair from Charlie's vest, Tawna.
Nice.
All right. All right. So that's all I wanted to do here tonight. I just wanted to get that stuff straight. And these people. Oh, wait. So I mentioned that Colby idiot a minute ago, right? Here's the people that. Then this guy follows. I didn't even know he was in the group. Oh, I'm not going. So that Colby guy was like, remember the guy said loved her little comment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this guy. This is his profile picture, or part of his profile picture or something. He's down there at the Rock. When they're using this as their profile picture, right? You know something's wrong with them.
Wow.
Something's wrong with them already. Like if you're using this as your profile picture and then you're calling other people names, You're the moron, not me. It's funny shit. I can't help it. I get entertained a little bit out of it. Like, I do think it's funny, but I feel sorry for them a little bit. They have no awareness. They don't know. They really think they're doing something there. That there, I know that was some gross shit. So anyway, yeah. So I'm sorry, but I'm not changing my opinion on Scott Michaels. I'm glad I smartened up, actually. I wish more people weren't such a sick freak and liked all that gore and macabre and bullshit. Same people that like to do the grave rubbings and so forth and walk up there with the Manson stuff on at the graveyards. And yeah, Dave Omen's another piece of shit. Is that his name, Dave, the Omen guy?
I think so.
He's a fucking douchebag too.
I don't like that guy. He seems really fake.
Yeah. I don't care for him either. But I think you know what you're getting out of him. At least you can kind of tell him, right? Scott's like, I'm doing this for the victims. Buy their bricks from their fucking chimney that they got murdered at. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. What do you do with that, by the way? Like, you put that up on your mantle. People come in and you go, hey, look what I got. A piece of brick from the fireplace where those murders happened back in '69, baby. Woohoo! Isn't that cool?
It's creepy.
Dude, I would probably turn around and walk out. But I guess that's what you got to do. You got to stick with, you only invite people that are into that kind of thing. If you're into that kind of thing, it's the kind of thing people are into. Well, that's the kind of thing those type of people like. So there you go. All right, that's all I got to say about them. What do you think? Any more comments, Laufenberg? Anything from you?
No, I think you covered everything.
Well, not yet. We still got the main show to go. Are you ready to do that?
I don't know. Yes, I'm ready. I've been ready.
Fucking goddamn. Swear to God. All right, everybody hang tight. We'll be right back, and we're going to start the program for real tonight on the Tate LaBianca radio program. It's the Pixies right here live.
Collapse
TLB Radio.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live! Fuck it!
You made us. Exactly. So what's the big deal? 5 or 6 people get killed, and you all freak out and put it on us, and we're just reflecting you back at yourself.
Is the Tate LaBianca
Had you let us put on a defense, we could have explained to you why it happened.
radio program.
Broadcasting from the Star City of the South, Roanoke, Virginia. You are listening live to the Tate LaBianca radio program. Good evening, TLB'ers. I'm Brian Davis alongside Tawna Laufenberg as we are back to bring you the radio program which pursues the interest, the oddities, and the truth of the Tate LaBianca murders. Welcoming back once again, Tawna Laufenberg. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Had a great little pre-show there, I think, a little warm-up. And now we're ready to get into the, what would you say, the main event of the evening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
On this August 24th.
Can you believe it's August 24th already?
You know, not only, I was going to say not only just the August, but the fact that we're already through the month. Yeah. Yeah, hard to believe. Time kind of went this month. I agree.
This whole year has just gone by. Like,
You think so? The whole year?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of feel that way. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us, TLB'ers, everywhere across the internet. Wow. They've got so many choices tonight, and they picked us, Laufenberg.
Aw.
Let me go back. I want to address a comment here. I wanted to fill him in. I didn't want him to think I didn't see it, but at the time, I couldn't get to it. Hollis, Keith Hollis, hello to you, my friend. What was the post bonus song? So we did a few of them, Keith. And let me go back over here for you in case I missed one that you were asking about. So the song selection tonight was the Silver Sun Pickups. And I believe that was, what did we do? Can't think of the name of it offhand. Oh, well. Silver Sun Pickups was one of the first one I think we did. And I'm having a blank right now on the song. Lazy Eye, I think it was. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Yeah, Lazy Eye. That's it. Lazy Eye was that one. And then we did Group Love, Ways to Go. And we did the Flies, Got You Where I Want You. And then the last one was the Pixies, Where Is My Mind? Anyway, that's where I have to ask tonight, Tawna, as we get underway. Where is our minds at these days, Laufenberg?
Why don't I ever get to pick the music?
I mean, it's not like you can't. I mean, I didn't know you wanted to. What would you have picked tonight?
Something you'd hate just to get on your nerves.
Oh my gosh, of course. That's
Some
what
like
we do.
rap song or
See, that wouldn't be to get on my nerves. You like it. Like you like that. You like some of
yeah, I
that.
do. No, I do.
I know. So it wouldn't be really to get on my nerves. But anyway, okay. Well, we can let you pick the music. I mean, that's not a problem. You want to do the music next week?
I'd like to. Yeah.
We'll go back to one song next week before the. I don't think we'll do it.
I get one song. You get like all these other songs. I get one.
All right, we'll get you a couple in there. Are you going to pick the music next week? Right? We got that.
Yeah.
We got that on the record here.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody heard that. She's picking the songs next week.
And you
Ladies'
can't
choice.
object. You cannot
No, I won't.
object.
Like the classic said, ladies' choice next week. Okay. All right. That's what we're going with. You get the music. Remember, next week, Laufenberg is picking the music. I have it. You can't come at me. Just remember that.
Everybody will be gone.
Yeah, we might not have a show. There you go. How about the Ticky Tabby? Hello to you. Thanks for coming in. How about the Desert Sun? You going to pick some Desert Sun next week?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Get a little bit of that Paul Watkins and the flute solo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Flute.
that little flute solo. Would that be the skin flute solo or the regular? I don't know. I'm just asking.
You cannot be serious.
Oh man. All right. So last week, if you joined us, you heard, aside from the shit show, you got into, if you stayed late enough, I actually heard some good stuff coming out there, because we got into it a bit with the this guy named Dawson. What's his name? Dawson?
Yeah, Dawson.
What's his full name? I don't know his full name. It doesn't matter. So
James.
this guy.
No, it's James. James Dawson.
Okay. James Dawson, who look, I've seen the guy come in our chat a few times. I've seen him commenting on a couple other videos here and there. And I guess he's gotten himself mixed into the John Michael documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which
I don't know the guy. I don't really know anything about him.
Same here. I don't know much about him.
Like good or bad, really.
Right. So I'm just saying, I don't know much either way. I've been just watching, and I have never had a problem with the guy as far as what he posts and says. Seemed like he was going along with all the research that we all do, kind of like following whatever we got in front of us, the evidence, and shows us where to go. And we got some discrepancies in the crime scene and this, that, and the other, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right?
Yeah, people like him.
So I don't have a problem with all that.
Yeah.
And I never really paid much attention to him past that. And getting in the Making Manson documentary does not impress me. It just doesn't, especially these days. If you only knew how easy it was to get into these things, it just doesn't impress me. And I go back to the Liz Wheel book. Everybody knows about that. That was in this thing at the time, a few years back, or God, maybe about 10 years back now. I don't even know. It's been a while. Point being, Liz Wheel was going to wrote this book. She did write the book, whatever she wrote. And of course, Caitlin Rother came into the little community and, well, is Charlie Manson still alive? And can anybody help me with this? And of course, she was bombarded with every groupie under the sun and moon about what they could help her with. And she accepted all and every bit of help she could. At the end of the day, after the book came out, some people completely regretted even talking to her. But because of their ego, they wanted to be in a book so bad that they went ahead and just sucked right up into it. And when you read the book, it was nothing but a complete recite of the entire Bugliosi story, of his narrative, of the official narrative. And he made all the groupies look like fucking idiots, or she made all the groupies look like a bunch of idiots in the book. So they didn't want to be in the book all of a sudden. But that's what we got here. That's how easy it is to get yourself into this shit. So I have no doubt when Billy Mintz came along wanting to find out about the case, when he got with John Michael, and maybe John Michael gave him Dawson's name. I don't know, because Dawson is sucking up to John Michael. Okay. He's sucking up to all these people is what I'm seeing.
Well, I don't know if he's sucking up. I mean,
Well, whatever, lack of better term, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that. If you want to network or suck up or kiss ass, you do that all you want. But don't come at me like you still know something. Like you're all of a sudden a made man. You know what I mean when I say made man?
Mm-hmm.
It's like people that work in the mob. They get made by the mob. They're made. They're in.
Yeah.
And some people it's kind of like they work for the mob, but they're not really made. They're not in. Like Joe Rostow.
Right.
Let me tell you something, Ariel Bonsai. Don't start any bullshit here in this thing tonight because I know all about, I know what you know. I know you know him. I know you think he's all right, but you are a shit stirrer too. So don't come in here starting to stir anything. I know what I know, and he might be all right to you because you're a Manson groupie freak, and you probably think everybody that puts Manson over is all right.
I was kind of surprised at the attack from last week out of nowhere. I mean, we were just going to do a show.
That's my whole thing. Let's go back to where it started. Really, it starts back. I think the first person I ever saw make any type of reference to this is Billy Rizzo, a guy named Billy Rizzo, who listens to the program. He's part of our group, and I'm sure he listens to other things and is part of things too. But he is the one that first suggested that the blood might be mistyped. Okay. But he didn't die on that hill. He just said it's a possibility. Maybe it was mistyped. Now that's where it started, I think. I don't know. Maybe Dawson came up with it on his own. Maybe not. Maybe George Stimson came up with it on his own. I doubt it. Look at this. Rowena Tex took her there for an abortion. Shut up. Shut up. Rowena. Her name is Rosina, number one. Number two. Nobody took any. Who cares? What are you even talking about? And who gives a fuck? Rowena took Tex her there for an abortion.
Okay.
Get that straightened out there, Ariel, and then come back and talk to us. So the first I heard this was Billy Rizzo. And just like everybody, they got an opinion or a theory or something that happened. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Doesn't mean I dislike you. Although it could mean that. It could mean all those things, but not necessarily. You can disagree with me and we can still get along. And there's plenty of people that do that. And you can disagree with me and I don't like you at the same time. That can be. No, I'm not attacking anyone. You're attacking. You're coming in here with a bunch of bullshit, Ariel Bonsai. So no, I'm not attacking. I'm straightening things out because people like you take and repeat dumb shit. So I got to straighten stuff out. So when they come up with this idea, Tawna, that, oh, the blood is mistyped and it's not really the right blood and the B blood is really O blood and so forth and so forth. I got to draw a line. They've got, other than their opinion, why should I believe it? Because, oh, they're showing me. They got the evidence. Okay, well, we're going to see what that's about. That's another thing he said. Brian refuses to look at my evidence. No, I haven't refused to look at anything.
I want to get this out of the way. We already heard about this, a couple months ago? When we watched that video? About this theory?
Yeah, I was going to say, we have already looked into this thing because after Billy made that post or some while back, I guess as you fast forward this, George Stimson made a video.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched that, you and I.
And then we talked about it, and we actually gave him credit for putting it together, but we didn't agree with it.
Exactly. It was simple as that.
But you didn't see us over there in his comment section giving some big,
trying to push our theory on him.
That's right.
We weren't even over there telling him he was wrong.
Mm-mm.
We just didn't agree with it. That's it. And then we went on our business. We didn't motherfuck him or God fuck that little bitch or anything, did we? We didn't do anything. I didn't call him any names. I didn't say anything. I actually gave the guy credit for once that he did a good job, I thought, trying to research it. And I say good job as far as putting it together and presenting his case. And I said, you know what? You finally did a good job, because usually these groupies don't do anything like that. They just barrel through with whatever they think they know, and they don't know how to apply anything or where the context fits or anything like that.
I think George really tries to present his information well. He
I do
really
too.
does.
I do too. I will agree with that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't call him any names.
Nope.
I didn't rip on him.
We didn't go there bothering anybody when we
No.
saw it, and we watched it and said, what do you think? And we had our conversations and totally discounted it.
And then we were going to go on and do our own material from then on, weren't we not? We had stuff we were going to get into.
Yeah, we weren't even talking about it, really.
For like the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're talking about what we're going to be talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we come back after our layoff. And we get right away. We can't, I don't even think we mentioned anything about it too much in the beginning, except we were talking about
the blood. Remember, I found the transcript where they said that maybe the bodies are.
Yeah, the Granado.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all. We were presenting the Granado testimony that we found.
Yeah.
That's all.
Still didn't say a damn thing about anything else. Nothing.
Didn't say anything about anybody else's research or what anybody else thought. If people want to believe that, they can believe that. I don't care. I don't have to. We don't have to. I think it's ridiculous at this point that you're going to try. And again, I've mentioned this earlier, Tawna. I've never seen anyone in this that researches this case or tries to get involved in the case actually change the evidence and then want everybody else to go along with them, because that's what's happening here. They want to change the evidence. So that's what happened last week. He came into the chat and he started to kind of present his case, I guess. Would that be fair? Flooded? What?
Yeah, he flooded it.
Okay. And he started to present, I guess, what he was trying to present, because, look, I don't do the Facebook thing that much anymore because I've explained that before. Why I don't mess with that platform too much, except for the group that we do. So I guess I didn't get to his messages in time for him. I didn't get to them quick enough for him.
Oh, this week.
Yeah. So he made a post originally saying, "Oh, Brian wouldn't listen to me. He refused to look at my stuff." And it wasn't that, dude. I literally had things I was doing the next day. I didn't, and I was going to get, I actually did get to those things. We did review them. So don't say we were not going to review, or don't say we refuse to look at your quote unquote evidence. It's not true. It's just not true. In fact, that's what we're going to do tonight again. We're going to look at the evidence again that he presented. And we're going to tell, hopefully, again, what we think, I think, is going to be, for me anyway, the final words, no pun intended, on this blood controversy.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing that we have to do this again. Like, we have other material that we are, like, really developing that I would much rather be talking about tonight than having to go through.
Well, I agree, but
whatever.
But it's okay. We're going to do this, and the way I look at it is this. I don't know how you're going to look at it, but we'll probably agree. After tonight, when we present this, unless we're so far off base, if we have our own base telling us we're wrong, then maybe I'd reconsider. But after tonight, that's it. I'm not really going to address this anymore, because I'm going to keep working off the premise that is Wojtek's blood there that we're talking about. Not there on the point, but that Wojtek's blood is B positive blood. Okay, that's what I'm going to work off of, as per the records say. All right?
Yeah, and I'm going to explain all of the issues of why it's
Yeah. So let's start. I mean, I don't know where you want to start with this, but I guess he basically is saying that. So we think that Jay was on the porch at some point in the murders. His blood is on the porch. We got Sharon's blood on the porch. Do we want to bring the blood map up again and all of that? I guess, let's see if I can get that up.
I got other stuff.
I'll see if I can find it though. And I don't want to take over. I mean, you step where you need to step in and say or do whatever, Laufenberg. And because I know you've got a lot of this stuff already, thought out and ready to present. But I thought if we had the blood map, maybe we could get that back. I got that right here, though. Let me see if I can. If you need it, you might not even need it. I don't know.
Do you think I should just put it down first with the?
Well, what are we? This I'm trying to give this to you. I'm trying to hand off here. So how do you want to start this? Like I'm just trying to get a starting point where he came in and said, because basically that's his argument. The blood, yada yada, and then he sent us a bunch of stuff to say, look, here's what I'm saying, right? Here's what shows that I did this, right?
All right, so let's start with the gun and the gun grip.
Well, okay. Go ahead. You start what you got. I'm gonna look for the blood map while you start getting us underway.
So, from what I understand, what they were trying to say is that there is OMN blood on the pieces of gun grip that fell near the threshold of the house at the Cielo property.
So put the picture up there. Let's get a picture up there. Let's get this going here, man. Do we have a picture or anything of the front of the house? Tell you what, hang on.
Am I literally supposed to hang on, or can I just start?
Well, I mean, we need some, God damn it. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Visual aids here, right?
Well, I mean,
how about this? Okay.
What the fuck, man?
Right there. How about that? If the gun grip is type O, hold on 1 second. I can't read it. Can you read that? Mine is really blurry. I can't read it.
I don't even know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing right now.
Well, you wanted something on the screen. So
I'm getting stuff together. Yes, I'm getting stuff together.
Okay, so if the gun grip is type O, someone who is type B can't bleed type O. Here's the problem. The gun itself had B blood in it. So the pieces of the grip that fell off at the door during that altercation, which is probably beating Frykowski in the head, I believe they fell onto the blood that was right there. But the gun itself that was used for the assault, it had B blood in it. As you can see in the transcript right here. I know it's kind of hard to see. I think that's 9164 page number, I think. Mine's a little blurrier now than it was earlier when I was doing it. I feel bad because I know that a lot of people put a lot of, I know Dawson put a lot into this theory. But it just doesn't hold up at all. So the B blood that he's looking for is literally on the weapon, right where it should be. So the second thing is that there should be a trail of blood leading from the living room where the assault starts out to the front door and out to Frykowski's body. But the problem is that there shouldn't be any blood there or very minimal blood there. So his attack started with Susan hitting him in the leg with the knife 8 times, right? Most of it are in his upper thigh. I think 1 or 2 might be down by his calf. So you see there's some blood. I don't think they tested every little spot here, but I could see that type of blood that's in that photo there would be the kind of blood I would expect to see from just the leg dripping. And then when they get to whether, and it's hard because we don't actually know precisely where these things happen. We only kind of know where, we know the pieces of the gun grip fell off. So we can assume that was where that attack happened with the 13 blows to the head. Now, I had assumed that would have caused a lot of bleeding. But when I looked at the autopsy, it says otherwise, that there was actually absolutely no cuts to his scalp from that. It was just some really, really severe bleeding. Not bleeding. I don't know how to pronounce the word, but it's kind of like a really, really severe bruise. But there was not really going to be any blood, which surprised me. So that eliminates any blood trail right there. Now, when he leaves the threshold of the house and he goes to the lawn, he's not going to be leaving a lot of blood. It's only then when he's on the ground laying, and you can see in the little diagram from the autopsy, the majority of his wounds, injuries, are all on that side that's facing up, like he's laying on the grass. He also has some on his back, but Linda Kasabian said that he was also on his hands and knees. So maybe he started out on his hands and knees and then, got over to his side. But there should not have been any blood. There's no blood trail that should have been at that property like that right there. Little bits, of course, because he is bleeding. I mean, I'm sure that his leg was bleeding like crazy, but he had pants on. And he's going to be moving really fast, which is also going to keep it from being a long, dragged out trail out the door or out to the sidewalk.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I don't think there's going to be a trail. I think Dawson was trying to say there should be a trail of blood from the couch to where he was, when really, no, there shouldn't be, really. If you think about what happened, maybe possibly what could have happened in there. No, I don't think that necessarily would be the way I look at it. And that's the thing I have. Like, this guy is it's almost like he thinks he was there at the, this isn't like stuff that is so obvious. You don't have to be there. Yeah, you had to be there if you're talking about the stuff he's talking about.
And saying that investigators agree with him and all of these other things, it was just really weird. Weirdest thing, this is kind of like the weirdest situation that I've actually been presented with like that. It's just very weird. The over and over again, where's the blood? Where's the blood? Where's the blood? Well,
and where's the names of the investigators?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty generic to say, oh, the investigators agree with this or that, but you don't even what names what investigators? Because I've got Granato saying no, he might have been moved back in the house.
Yeah.
Of course, Mike. That's a good one right there. That's what I think. You could pick people up, and that would be one way. There would be no trail of blood. That would be one way. That's certainly.
That's why I believe that they moved Jay in the house also, because if he has Jay's blood on his hands, I think that it was right before they left. Maybe they picked him up and got him inside, and that's why that would have been the last blood that he came in contact with before he hit the button.
Well, I think you make a good point too, which I had never thought about this. Frykowski is up on his side, facing the side facing up is the side that's got his most of his knife wounds.
Yeah.
In there. Right?
Some of them are actually post-mortem also, so that eliminates further blooding in the trail.
Well, there has been the rumor that Tex went around after everybody was dead and stabbed them extra, or maybe. That's what I've heard. I don't know. We weren't there. Check with Dawson. He was there. He was there at the guest house. He probably was looking out the window.
Smart ass.
Maybe.
Well, but I learned something here from this, because I had always taken that, like Linda Kasabian, she says she sees someone come out and they got blood, right? Well, if he's been bashed in the head, I thought he could have also had blood. Like that could have been either one, Jay or Frykowski.
Yeah.
But now seeing that he did not have a bleeding issue in his head, I can now say that, in my opinion, Linda Kasabian could only have seen Jay Sebring go down on the porch.
That's what we were talking about the other night when she says, I saw in the background, and there's no way.
Yeah, that can't happen.
She twisted that around.
So now I actually have a better through this whole little thing here, I actually have a much better grasp of what I think took place here. Right?
Yeah.
Because I was still thinking that he's bleeding from the head when he's coming out of the house.
Right. I was too. I was the same way. I thought for sure getting pounded on the head with the gun would actually
that extensively too. I mean,
like 13 times on the head. I thought for sure he would be bleeding because of that.
Yep.
And you're saying now that he actually was not bleeding, from the gun strikes to the head.
That's what
they say.
What they said.
Yeah, when I say you're saying, I mean you're
yes.
saying based on the medical examiner's report or whatever, whatever you've read, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he wasn't bleeding in the head from the gun from the beating with the gun.
Yeah, and that's what I just clipped that out of the autopsy report there above the diagram. That's how they describe it. That's right from the autopsy.
Okay. So there's, I mean, what more? I mean, I don't know what more we can say to that. I mean, do you?
No. So then the other thing that he was hitting on is this notion that there was an error and Frykowski's blood was never tested. And he kept saying in that show, I think I have it. Yeah, right there, that he had, and that's mine. That's not his document. I have the same document, and I put an arrow close to where he is. If I've gotten that wrong in any way, please, you can correct me. I couldn't get it to transfer. And so he was saying that this is proof that they never tested Frykowski's blood.
He's saying
because that little box.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, this is a document from the autopsy.
Yeah.
And you see there's a little, right where that green arrow is pointing, it's got was blood collected.
Okay.
And not a yes or a no is
blank
indicated. Yeah. So he was trying to say that that's an official document that shows that they never tested his blood.
Because they didn't check that box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a couple of pages after that, they do make another note that they're saving that for autopsy. Blood is to be collected at autopsy.
Okay.
Which is what they did. Right here. And this is the testimony of Granado saying that he picked up the blood, what day he picked up the blood from the coroner or the medical examiner. And these are the results. And then these are specifically Frykowski's blood report.
Oh, wow.
Type in right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the testimony right there makes it perfectly clear that all 5 victims, they had their blood for testing taken during autopsy, and they did everything they should. I even went and I looked at the file numbers to make sure that all the file numbers were consistent with the right person, to make sure there wasn't any sort of.
Oh, wow. Great job.
And there's nothing. So.
Fantastic.
Again, it looks completely and totally legit. And Granado testifies the exact same way in the TLB2 trial. It just says the same thing. So. I feel kind of bad, actually.
No, don't. It's incredible what you found. But right there. Well, I mean, what are they? I mean, I can't believe they're trying to say this is like been mislabeled.
Yeah. And that other form, it's also a preliminary form. What you'll notice is that some of the documents they're filling out, it's almost like on the spot when they first get there, when they don't even know all the right details at that moment.
Yeah.
So it's just like the first step of their investigation, or they're, collecting everything from the scene. So they don't have a lot of, perfect information. He was also talking about in the comments that he made last week, something about investigators saying that Frykowski was laying out on the path and he bled there and all that other stuff. And there is stuff in that report, in the first report, but it's not in a way where someone's saying this is a conclusive thing. I mean, it's amongst Stephen Parent could have been involved in instigating a drug deal. I mean, it's like all of their just spitballing ideas. They don't really have any facts. And you can always see, even when you look at the first report and then to the second report, you can actually see them and their theories evolving as they're getting more information. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good point. I think they clearly say that too, supplemental reports and so forth.
Yeah.
And you look at the first one. There's a few little scenarios they're theorizing about just off of the scene. I guess that's what they're holding on to.
And then there was one other thing. I feel like such a little nerd that I like looked up.
Oh, you are. If they only knew how much of a nerd you really were.
I am a nerd.
I know. I love that. I love that you're admitting it now. I love this.
So,
go ahead.
I feel like I'm a lawyer. I'm like pleading my case here. Like,
no, well, we are. We're just straightening this. I told you we're straightening this out. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, man. They want to change the evidence so it fits their little, their little spot. They got.
So I think at some point I misspoke when I was trying to. They were saying that this is a spray from him being shot right there, and I guess I must have made a comment.
No way! You're kidding me.
Yeah.
They think that's like from. Dude, that would be like a buckshot, like a shotgun spray or something like that would have to happen. Like you don't get it.
But if it was that, it would go all the way up the wall, and it would be much different. This is just on the ground. It's like somebody got clipped maybe in the back of your arm, and
came out
and it hit like maybe an artery or it's a bad.
Splatter. Yep.
Yeah, but if you're shot, and that's how tall Frykowski is when he's going through the door. So that's chest level. Yeah. Way above that. Yeah. Way above that. That's just not even that doesn't make any sense. And I don't know what this is about confirmed by Kid Sabian. I have no idea what he's talking about with that. So but that's just my interpretation. And I'm not a forensic, whatever. I'm just looking at it. And that's just what I see when I look at, comparing the size of his body and where he's shot and, all that. It just doesn't look right to me to say it's anything.
So let me ask something here, because they keep talking about this kick to the face. I don't know how you can tell a kick from a punch really too much, but one thing is this. I think if Tex would have kicked him, he would have broken his nose. But I'm not going to say either way. I don't know. I wasn't there. He could have done his nose. He could have broke his nose with a punch even, but he didn't. His nose wasn't broken. J.C. Breen's nose was not broken. Yeah, but to me, I don't care. It doesn't matter if he was kicked or punched. Doesn't matter really to me. It doesn't change anything for me. I don't care. I know what they're going to say. I know what they're going to go with. Oh, it's the location of the body when he was kicked. That's why he was kicked, because his body was here and in a chair, and it makes sense. No, you don't know. You don't know what the hell happened. I've been listening to parole hearings and interviews all week from the girls. You know how many times they've changed their story? At least three times I've counted. Okay? Nobody knows what happened in there exactly. We can try to reconstruct. That's why I don't really, you want to tell me what you think happened in the house? I'm not really going to say, okay, you're wrong. I don't know. I know what I think I know, or what I think happened. Like I can kind of construct it to what I think, but I don't even know. So I just wanted to put that out there that, they seem to think for sure. I just saw this other goofball up here talk about, oh, he was kicked in the face, right? His blood had been kicked in the face, Manson file. That's all the groupies go. That's why Dawson is doing this. That's why he goes with this Manson theme. Because all these Manson groupies, they see that and they go, oh, he must be the one that's right. He's the one that he's got the Manson picture on this profile pic. So right, Manson file. He had to have the blood from being kicked, right? Right, Manson file? Blood from being kicked. Yeah.
I actually had another thing to put up. I tracked that.
Blood from being kicked. Beans and Franks. You don't know that he was kicked. I love all these people.
Hold on, I'm gonna load that up because I looked that up too. The whole thing about Jay's nose and his eye socket.
Yeah. Just the fact they speak so matter-of-factly about it, though, makes me a little bit like irked. Oh, he was kicked in the face. Or he might have been. All right.
Can
you scroll here? I can. I will. Sure, I will. been listening all week to them.
No broken nose.
No broken nose.
Contusion.
Okay. What else we got?
No broken eye socket. It's all just soft tissue damage.
That's like a fight. That's like a rare,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that happens all the time.
Yep.
That happens more of a punching and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people got killer punches and some people got like, you know, soft chins. They get their, you know, can get knocked out or whatever, broken nose and with a punch. But I think if Tex really kicked that guy square in the face, he probably would have broke the nose.
So I think I'm even more convinced now that Jay was moved inside.
Good. Thank you. I mean, this is the thing, man. After we're done here tonight, you can go believe these weirdos all you want to. I don't care. I mean, half of you already believe half the shit they say anyway. So it's not like I really give a fuck. But when you bring it to me and I say, no, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not buying what you're selling. This is why. Was why we're not buying what you're selling. So the people that listen to any of this stuff in the community, they can either agree with us or they can agree with you. I don't really care. Again, I don't care where these people got this wrong idea about me that I somehow am trying to be the big guy in this thing and trying to, I'm not trying to lead anything, man. I'm just doing what I do. This whole king of TLB thing you see right here, it's a joke, man. I play on that because most of these people have kind of like acted like they're the king. They're the ones like this Dawson guy. This is exactly why I wear this moniker, because people like Dawson are hilarious to me. They actually think they're the no end all of this case. And dude, come on. How long have you been doing this? Like a couple of years? Any fractured cheekbones?
No, nothing. Nothing.
No orbital eye broken?
No, there's soft tissue damage, but not any breaks or.
Where do they get this stuff from? Where do they get this from, I wonder?
Because his face looks really messed up.
So they just start assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right there it is. It's right fucking there.
And a contusion is not a break. It's soft tissue damage.
Damn. Laufenberg. You are amazing.
Well, I just want to get that all over with. You know what I mean? Like
amazing. This is why I work with you right here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, all the frustrations, man, it's all worth it. That's a very important image display you're putting up there. I hope people are soaking that in.
It's like there's always myths about every aspect of this case. Nothing is as it seems.
Nothing. There it is. No broken bones. You groupies are so stupid.
Yeah, and the gunshot to Frykowski, there was some talk that it was in his hip, but no, it was in his thigh. It was a through and through, and they didn't notice it, not because they were negligent, but it was amongst a bunch of stab wounds on the leg. So it wasn't until they were like probing wounds and things. They're like, whoa, okay, this isn't from a knife. This is
a separate
injury,
separate wound.
Mm-hmm.
They did the same thing with Stephen Parent.
Yeah.
One of the gunshots looked like a separate shot when it was really a single shot that went through another part of his body. Right? Am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as I recall.
Well, in TLB...
No, I'm saying it happens, okay? And they usually correct themselves when it does. They're like, oh, we had to go back and we actually found another stab wound. And then they'll use that as, see, they're correcting themselves. That means they probably made other mistakes that they're not telling us about. So you can't even correct yourself. It doesn't matter. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't to these people. It's funny. I don't hear anything out of these. I don't hear anything out of, I don't hear anything out of the groupie here that was in here a little while ago. What was her name? Bonsai? I don't hear anything out of Bonsai now. Yeah. Kicked in the face. He may have been. I don't care if you want to believe that. Go ahead. All right. Anything? What else we got? Segway, baby. Segway.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. At least for that.
That's it? Huh.
Oh, I should mention too that I misspoke sort of last week. Remember, I was talking about the scarf and the ribbon. The ribbon, it shows on the blood report that it actually was originally at the front door, and then it ended up in the yard. And for some reason, I associate the scarf and the ribbon together. So
okay. I'll clarify that.
Yeah. Still is a lot of blood, though.
It is. No, I can't go with that changing of the evidence type stuff. Dude, I still can't get over this. Like, I looked at this gun last week, and I'm like, that thing's too big right there. They didn't scale that right. Let's try this one. All right, so there's nothing on the grip from beating him in the head, right? You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why wouldn't there be something on the grip? I know. It went through all those elements and stuff before the kid found it in September. It was only like a few weeks later, though. So there should be something, I would think, to indicate some blood on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy got beat in the head. This is when I thought maybe the wound to the head was bleeding. I assumed that was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't figure why there was no gun on the grip. And lo and behold, what did you find, Laufenberg? I know you already put it up there, but you found it. There was a gun. See, you see the cracks right there in the hand grip? See the cracks at the hand? There was gun. There was blood in the cracks and stuff there.
Yep.
I mean, there it is. Now, that's probably from going in a little bit of like boom. And then in, what would you say? Like from what any scratch marks it would have made or something, or just what like some type of little bit of
when they unscrewed that and they looked in the cracks, B blood.
Yeah. B blood.
B blood.
Let me ask you another thing. And I think this is very important.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. First, let me say this too. I cannot get over. I say this every time. I can't help it. This is hilarious. That gun right there with no gun trigger. I want to know if that thing broke off during the beating of Frykowski's head. And if it did, how did that thing not trigger, fire off itself? Like that would have been the end of Tex right there, probably.
Yep.
If he hit that guy with no trigger guard, do you know how lucky he is?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
I wonder if it broke when he threw it.
It does look cut, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe it did break when he threw it out of the car. But no, Ariel Bonsai, there she is. You don't have anything to say about what we just presented? I didn't think so. But that's hilarious. I can't get past that. Tex is beating this guy in the head, but the gun is not going off. And that trigger is like, even like if you look at the way that triggers, if he coming down on top of his head the way he should be with that, while he's holding the barrel, you would think that trigger, as he is slamming into Frykowski's head, you would think that trigger would catch on top of the skull and fire off right into him.
He's so lucky.
I don't think he said an actual bottle of wine. Ariel Bonsai says it. Here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to I mean, I think it was speculated it could have been some wine or something, but there's a green beer bottle in Sharon's room with his fingerprints on it. I assume he was drinking that beer. Yeah.
The other week we were talking about contamination of the scene with all those cops coming and going.
Yeah.
They did actually. They took all they got information on the shoes of every officer and took all of their fingerprints to make sure they could eliminate all of those.
How is that up there? What the hell is that? How does that stay up there? Dude, I'm never going to get this stuff down, am I? I'm never going to get this shit down. All right, this one just sucks. There we go. All right. I don't know what more. I mean, here's another thing I'd like to ask. Blood on the rope around Jay's neck, right?
Right.
What blood was that?
Well, they didn't test it. They tested the one that came in contact with Sharon, but not Jay. Because he said that it was going to be contaminated with Jay's blood. I'm not kidding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they didn't do the thing there. Okay. Well, is that possible? I guess. I mean, and contamination. What happens when you mix two different blood types together? Does that?
I don't know. And then back then, I really don't know.
Does it show up like, does it show up like I don't know, like T positive or I positive or something? Like I mean, what does it make a whole new blood type of its own? I mean, that's wild. I don't know what that. I don't know what that really does. Yeah, I'm just not into that, man. If you guys want to buy into this, have at it. Not only do I not think it was Wojtek, do I not think it was Wojtek's blood? Like I am now, as you say, Tawna, convinced that Jay was moved back into the house.
Yeah. Without a doubt, in my mind.
Wild. I don't know whose gun it was. James May's asking. I mean, it was around the house. As I understand it, it was like the stunt gun, like the ranchers had it or something. I don't know how they got it like that and took it, and I don't know. I mean, you can't say it was Charlie's gun, can you? Manson's gun? I don't think so.
They did,
but I don't think you really can.
Well, in the appeal, it's one of the things that they said linked him to the crime is the gun.
But it wasn't his gun.
No.
Harry, hello to you. Good to see you. Cannot recall where I saw this read. Jay had answered the door, was drinking some kind of drink. I wonder when that was supposed to have took place. Brian, yeah, that was during the bike delivery. Mr. Hurst saw, he was the kid delivering the bike. As I understand it, earlier that day, they had Abigail went to the bike shop. She ordered a bike, had to get the color changed. She got the wrong color or had to get the color changed or something of the bike. And so they got it and then they took it up there to deliver it or something like that. And then when he knocked on the door, Jay answered. Now, I don't know. I've heard different. Some say it was a wine bottle, but I don't know, again, where this all comes from. As I understand, it was just a simple green bottle. I don't know if it was a wine bottle or beer bottle, but I can tell you this. There was a green Heineken bottle left in Sharon's bedroom with Jay's fingerprints on it. So you could, I guess you could, call me weird. I'm going to go ahead and reason that maybe Jay was in the back bedroom there drinking Heineken that time. So maybe he was drinking Heineken throughout the day. Now, I don't do it. I've done it before, and it made me very sick. I don't drink wine and beer. When you mix those two together, for me, I literally vomit. Like I throw up. Gross. So I don't drink wine and beer. So if he was drinking a bottle of wine at 4:00 and then he was drinking, Heineken beer later on that night, so be it. I don't know. But that's what I do.
And I don't think there was blood alcohol for him. He would there's no sign of blood alcohol. Okay.
For Jay.
For Jay. Mm-hmm.
So he may have just had that one beer.
I don't think anyway.
Yeah. It was an unfinished bottle of beer in Sharon's room.
Yeah. Well, I know that he didn't have any drugs in him.
Yeah, that's weird too.
Yeah, I thought there would be for sure.
Yeah, me too. But, they faked it probably.
He is the candy man.
They probably faked it.
Yeah, they did.
That's what you get. Anytime they can't figure this thing out, that's what I think's going on here. Anytime they can't figure something out, they're just going to change the evidence.
Mm-hmm. God,
They
it just
faked
blows
it.
my mind. It blows my mind how you could make a leap like that. It's just crazy.
They faked it, Laufenberg. They faked it. Yes, it was a 22. Yes.
And I don't understand why someone would think that that was documentation that there was no blood taken for typing. Blows my mind.
Yeah, here's another one. Yep, another one. I may not be recalling this correctly, but the gun had a long history. It once belonged to Ronald Reagan and somehow ended up with Manson, then was used in the Crow shooting. So the Crow shooting, was used in that. And it was used in the Tate murders. I don't know any other. When you say among others, that's a little bit misleading. I don't know what others it would be used in. The story that it belonged to Ronald Reagan, that flat out came from Charlie Manson talking to, I believe, Geraldo. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, what do you think? I don't know about that story being true.
I don't know. Well, didn't Randy Starr have it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. It came from one of the ranchers. Originally, it was one of the ranchers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know, though.
And I thought Manson got rid of it after the Crow shooting.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I don't know these fucking stories because nobody knows these stories, okay? But everybody repeats this bullshit. Oh, I know for a fact. You do not know for a fact you were not fucking there. Shut up. I mean, at least I say that. Well, it could be. I don't know. I wasn't there. Or maybe, yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's what I do. I just kind of try to go with what's reasonable. But these people believe every little fucking thing they hear. And then they go repeat it on other blogs. And you know what? We talked about this a long time ago. That's what these groupies are. And I'm going to tell you who told me this. Your own God himself, Nicholas Bullshit Shrek. He said it. And for once, he was right. All they do is regurgitate information, mostly wrong, on blog after blog and website after website and group after group. That's it. Because I'll tell you this right now. I've been in this thing since 2005 or so. I'm going to tell you right now, man, when I got into this right here, there were none of these freaking groups and these freaky groupie people out there making it known that they knew all this shit because they didn't know. 95% of the information they got came from people like me or the Colonel Scott or whoever at the time was putting the stuff out, the Bill Nelsons. That's where these groupies get their information. So they get their information, but they don't know how to apply it or where to apply it or what context to use it in. So they just repeat it ignorantly. And then it sticks in another website and another one. And next thing you know, you got people in here going, well, I heard that the Ronald Reagan had the gun, or I heard that he got punched or kicked in the face. You might have heard that, but don't flatter yourself to think it's a fact. For fuck's sakes, man. The ego on some of these people. And they're going to say, oh, you're the one with the ego. I have none. I don't give a crap about that stuff. But I care about accuracy. Dude, you know how many times I had to pull down anything I've ever put up? You can count that on one hand in the last 15 years, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You can, and a couple of those were just a couple weeks ago.
Well, this whole Dawson thing has really kind of had me kind of concerned because he's sitting there saying, I've written it and I've read it in testimony. I know the testimony. I'm pulling a transcript. And I've read it and to sit there and have somebody saying that and I know that that's not reality.
Well, I know it's not in
there.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm talking about, though. You get your stuff together. You don't run around talking generic or broad or vague. Do what you did. Look at this. Look at this right here. Boom. That's how you present right there. That's how to do it. You get your shit together. You put it side by side. You compare. You pick apart. You prove your point. The fuck has this guy done? He dresses himself. Look at the whole logo. Look at the whole fucking title. The Manson Archives. But nothing groupie about this guy, right? Nothing at all. You're either a groupie, Dawson, or you're playing up on the groupie aspect of it. And it's bullshit. Oh, that's a myth that's never going away. It never will, as long as doofuses like you are out there promoting this shit like it's no big deal. Okay? Like, I don't even know how you can understand. Why would it go away? Why would it go away if people like you are out there still doing it 56 years later to the guy that doesn't supposedly have anything to do with these murders? No, dude. You're what I call a grifter. I don't see anything serious about you. And you're doing all the right things, dude. You're using the little Manson theme. You got the Manson archives in your name, because it's not about the case with you. It's not about TLB. You might know all the Manson shit. That's between you and people like Shrek and the rest of the groupies that want to. I'm going to have the narrative on Charlie Manson. Ooh, well, go ahead and have that all day. All day. You can have that. I don't give a crap. I'm not trying to claim any narrative on anything, but I know this fucking case as well as anybody on this planet. And I can spot people like grifters, people that exploit the murders. And I call them out. You don't like it? Do your own podcast. That's all I can say. You don't have to listen. Nobody's forcing you to listen. But this is how you present right here. You don't just jump in somebody's chat and go, "Oh, hey, I sent you a bunch of vague and broad terms, and I told you investigators are looking at this, and you didn't look at my stuff." Yeah, investigators. Again, who would they be? We don't know. Who cares at this point? That's why I'm not. I mean, go believe all that. You can buy into anything you want. I don't care. We're gonna go our route. We're going our route. You can come with us or not. We do not care, really. Go promote your stuff elsewhere. Go get your own little channel, or you already got a channel anyway. Go put it up on your channel. And anybody that thinks you're right will agree with you. If you're right, it will hold water. If not, you will sink like an anchor.
Yeah, it's not a game. Like this case is not like it's not a game
Too many people use it for status and their own popularity or whatever.
I think that's what I got to see really for the first time in this. Really, really, like right in my face. I've never had that happen with just
the whole attitude that he even came at us with. Again, we didn't go at him. We didn't call him out. We didn't. I commented on some of the video. I didn't motherfuck anybody or call anybody names or anything. We just disagreed with what looks like bullshit.
And then he comes into and makes comments. We know.
Yeah, all these broad things, and talks down like we're like just like I don't know, like we're the fucking chumps running the Ferris wheel at the county fair or something, right? Like, who the fuck are you? Not only that, now that you've shown us who you are, I don't even want to call him Dawson anymore. He's more like a Darwin.
Yeah, but his comments really kind of like, he's saying stuff like, I back it up with transcripts.
Well, show us.
Just like, this is an official document, and like it.
Why doesn't he show, like, put it up there, man? He's wanting to show us. He sends me all this stuff, right? Like, look at this right now. Why send it to me, dude? Why are you, don't commit? Who cares what I think? I just doing what I think I want to do and saying what I think is right. Doesn't mean anybody has to agree with me or does or whatever, right? So who cares? Why is he trying to convince us so bad?
Yeah, and that's not like an official document in the capacity in which he was trying to claim it was.
So why is he trying to convince us so badly?
I don't know.
Like, dude, I'm not buying it. So go do your own thing, and then let's see who sticks. I think it's ridiculous. And now that I know where it all came from, I see what's going on here. The bigger picture, you understand? It goes like this. Now, I don't know. Maybe he thought of this thing on his own, but I know this. Billy Rizzo had that before he did. I think we showed that a couple weeks ago. Did we not?
Yep.
All right. So we showed that. I don't think I have it handy, but we showed that a couple weeks ago. The Billy Rizzo post. Now, I know this Dawson guy. He was in all these groups, okay? And he's pilfering all this information and posts. He's paying attention. Maybe he saw Billy Rizzo post that. I don't know. If not, that's okay. Maybe he thought about it on his own. Doesn't matter. The fact is, dude, you're wrong. And it's not really, something I would promote. But you do you. You are allowed to promote whatever you want. And I'm going to promote what we want. And if I don't agree with you, it could be because I don't like you also, but it's because I don't agree with your take on this whole thing. I don't agree with what you're showing. And not only do I not agree with it, Tawna literally just debunked pretty much everything I heard. Proved you're wrong. Proved you're wrong. I mean,
there's not even a middle. There's not even a middle ground on it. I'm sorry.
Not even a middle ground, Tawna. Not even. I mean, you're literally look. You put it what he said, and you put the freaking truth right up here next to it. I mean, what more can you do? This is how to do it. This is how a researcher presents. This is like researching 101 right here. This is how you do it. You know what? Instead of like smelling your own farts, Dawson, you should be taking notes right here. Take notes. I mean, this is great work, Tawna.
Oh, thank you.
I mean it. You really did. You did some great work here this week.
But see, look at that. He gave those to George for his video. So like, I mean, like other people are using this stuff thinking that they're like, these are.
Yeah,
like
right here. Well, that's what I'm talking about, though. So George, that's where it all comes together now, right? Like that's what I'm saying. He gets the idea, and now he's going to be like, okay, I got to come up with something. Here's the thing: you're not going to separate yourself really from this pack at this point if you're just repeating all of the same things that we've all been talking about for 15, 20 years.
Right.
To separate yourself, you're going to have to come up with something different. And that's what these people are trying to do. The guy, what's his name over there? The Paul Cast idiot, the fucking, the two goofballs over there on the other thing they're trying, the fucking, this guy right here, Dawson. What they try to do is they try to come up with one of these takes or these thoughts and insights to the case that nobody has ever thought about in 56 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's safe to say that it's all been thought about. It's all been talked over and gone through and picked apart, right?
Definitely, you're right. It's definitely yes.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be any type of, especially at this point where you're not like most of these people now were born way after the murders, like into like other decades after. So I don't think they're going to be the ones that look at this stuff and go, oh, you know what? Bet nobody's ever thought of this before. Hey, guess what? I finally found out who all they were cutting loose, everybody. You want to watch my video tonight? I found out what Bruce meant when he said they were cutting people loose, and it was Brenda. Right? You see what I'm saying? That's what these people are doing now. That's what this generation is doing. And they don't have people left to talk to anymore. You can't go talk to Paul Crockett to find out what Manson was like in the desert. You know what? I did, but you can't. I know. Sucks, but you can't. Sorry, he died. You can't talk to Bill Garrettson anymore to find out the bizarre story that happened from his point of view. You can't. I did. You can't. You see, so what they got to do is that now they're stuck with we got to do secondhand information, and we got to talk to people that were like the guy's nephew, okay, who wasn't even around then. That's what they're doing, and then they're got to start. Oh, you know what? We found out that Jolly Rancher wasn't really Jolly Rancher. He only had two people on. I mean, all this bullshit that has nothing to do with nothing. That's where we're at right now with these people. So again, you can either believe their bullshit or you can believe our factual presentation.
Well, like this thing with the bee blood in the gun, it's like, how could like any person that's read that is gonna find it if you're looking for it. It's like right there. And so you keep saying, oh, I'm in the transcripts, I bring the transcripts, I back it up with transcripts or confirm this and confirm that, but it's right there. Like the bee blood was right there on the gun.
Right.
So exactly. I don't know what his deal is, because like that shouldn't have even happened if you're looking and really doing anything. Instead
of approaching us like, well, have you thought about this, or have you guys looked at this? He comes at us like, well, how the hell can somebody bleed O positive when they're B? Or whatever, B when they're O positive. They can't. Right? That's how he came at us.
Uh-huh.
They can't. No,
It's
you're
not
the
my
idiot.
fault you didn't check your messages.
No, it's not my fault. You don't know how to understand or comprehend what you're reading.
Yeah. That was so offensive. Like, he was just so offensive with that.
Yeah. All right. So James, there was a deep gash on Sharon's face and lower belly. I don't know about the lower belly. I didn't see anything on the lower belly. Did you?
Mm.
It was close. There's a close cut down there, but I don't think it's actually on the belly.
I think we should talk about Sharon's face next week. I have stuff on that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll save it. Can we at least say yay or nay to the cuts?
She's got a gash on her face, yeah.
What about the lower belly?
I think she might. You'd have to look.
I didn't. I think it's close. I don't know if she actually had one on her belly, though.
All I know is that for sure that the baby was not touched. Right?
Right. Yeah. Yep. Twins.
Aw.
My man. That's right, CJ. Dude, he had me too. Go back and listen to that. You could tell I'm like, yeah, Abigail had a cut too. Under the breast. Yeah. That's true. That's true, Terry. There was one under the breast. It's getting questionable as far as the stomach area, but I don't know. I didn't see really. I mean, there's one down there on the left side. I guess on her right side. No, maybe I got. Let me re-say that. There's one down there underneath, like you said, near the breast, but then there's one a little bit further, I think. But I wouldn't say it's right at the belly. I couldn't. Some might. I don't know. But yeah.
You know, I like it that I can see how hard they fought to survive. Because we never hear about in the documentaries or like in Bugliosi's.
Yeah.
It's all just, oh, no, murder. But I mean, they were thinking, they were trying, they were running one way and running the next way. And
yeah. Yep.
2 more feet and Abigail might have made it.
She was very close. Even Boykin was kind of close.
Yep.
I want to add something else here tonight before we go.
Yes.
I want to go back to Linda.
Lightning Linda.
Yeah. Because I don't think enough can be made of this. So we'll answer more about that next week. Don't forget that, Tawna.
I won't. I already wrote it down.
Sharon Tate, yeah, I don't want to forget that because that's what we said that. I want to put something else in here, though, for a minute about Linda. I don't think enough can be made of this.
Is it going to be, can I stay at the ranch?
Can I fuck you? Can I stay at the ranch?
I don't know. Can you?
It's funny she would even ask at that point. I mean, they literally already told her to come back with them, I guess. Or supposedly. I don't know. Who knows? Well, I don't know where that audio went then, so maybe we will not get to this. So weird. Where'd that audio go? You know the audio, right? I played it for you. Oh, maybe you don't know.
Nope.
You don't remember the audio. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes.
I mean, that's what it is. Let me find the audio here. Hang on. I know we got this. But I don't think enough is made of this, and I want to make some more of it.
SK, I think Linda might have cut his hand, Stephen Parent's hand. Yes. Brian doesn't think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's possible.
Nah.
Can't say for sure.
No, you can. You can just say anything you want. Yeah, you can. You can do anything you want now. You can say it. You can say whatever you want. Just change it. Change the evidence.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Just say it. Just say, yeah. Say, yeah, got shot.
I think it was aliens.
Yeah, all that. Bring it all out. Bring it all out. Where did that go, man? I can't believe that shit. All right, let me check in the. Maybe it's actually in the main folder. I thought I set this out, though. I wanted to share this week, so I set it out. I thought, but I guess I didn't. All right, here we go. Here it is. So this is from the Reflections documentary, which was Linda Kasabian dressed in a wig and some makeup, like we wouldn't know it's her. For some reason, they wanted us to think it wasn't her, but yet they were saying it was her. So I don't understand that.
Weird. It's so
well,
weird.
yeah. Usually, when you put on the disguise and the getup, right, it's to disguise your identity. But in this case, they let her disguise her identity, though it really kind of looked like her still, and then they actually said it was her. So I didn't understand that whole thing, but whatever. So this is from the Reflections documentary. Linda's telling the story. One of the cheesiest things I've ever watched. But yeah. Here we go. Let me put this up here. Now, Pat said this. Well, when was this, by the way? 92?
I don't know.
Let's see if I can find out. Yeah, I think it's somewhere around there.
Linda Kasabian from her mother.
People call me, oh God, he's so appalling, you big bully. And she's like running around with the Manson guys Manson people for two nights, killing people.
Exactly.
But I'm the bully.
You know, when you think about it like that, it's hilarious.
I know, dude. I can't help it. I laugh so hard.
Like she helped kill people.
Right, but I'm the bully. I don't want to talk to you. You're a bully.
You're a big bully.
It's so funny. It's like that girl Susie earlier tonight. If anybody does their research on Brian Davis, you'll be appalled. Appalled. Dude, I'll tell you. Did they say the same thing about Boner?
I think we all passed appalled with you for a long time ago. So.
Way back, dude. And there's so many other people in this thing that have way worse records than me. I don't even have anything worth bragging about, man. I wish I did. That's just dumb shit.
I want to play more of your videos and your clips and stuff.
Oh. Now I'm looking for something here. Linda Kasabian. What was I talking here? She's got this thing for. I'm looking for Reflections when this thing was made. Let's see what year this is. I think it's like 40 years later or something, or a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was the 40th. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Reflection doc.
When she did the Larry King thing to promote it.
Same time. Yeah, same time. So anyway, I think this is around 92. I can't tell. I can't find it anywhere exactly. I'm looking right now. I don't see it listed anywhere. Okay, maybe I don't know. I just don't see it. So I think it's about the same time, though. I remember this. Anyway, point being is this. Let's say in 92. What would that be? 25 years? 23 years. I can't tell. I see a bunch of this listed, but I don't see where it came out. So I'm thinking it's around early 90s. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, like I said, 20 some years after the marriages, 20 some years after the murders. Listen to this. This is, you want to talk about appalling? You want to talk about appalling? This is appalling. Linda Kasabian talking about this. This didn't even come out anyway. This is the first time she's ever mentioned this in 20 plus years. The only time that I know she's ever mentioned this now. Okay. I want people to understand that. That's how, like, this is it. And none of this was ever known at trial.
He told me to take the wallet from the kid that he shot. I got in the car. There was this person slumped over. I didn't see any blood or anything, but I knew he wasn't there.
There you go.
She's such a liar.
I mean, that is so, man, does not anyone else feel the ire of that?
That's what got me into the case.
That comment?
That particular thing. Yeah.
She never mentioned that at trial.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, so wait a minute. How come we're not hearing about that?
She gets
I thought
in
maybe
the car.
she was lying.
Gets in the car, man. It goes through the box.
Well, Stephen Parent's wallet is still on him and he had some money in there. And she definitely went in there because there is a smear of blood on the inside door handle.
Dude, just the fact that she didn't ever come out. So in other words, what else do you think that they are withholding? What else? What else do you think? Do you think they're withholding anything else? Possibly? Gee, yeah. I wonder. And that's the thing you got to get across to people. Bug was pulling a lot of strings for a long time. Dude, you cannot say that enough. This is what this whole thing should be about. This should not be about anything else but bringing down the Bug.
Yep.
That's what this should be about. Oh, my God. Speaking of, I bet he was like literally going ape shit when he heard that.
Oh, I bet. She wasn't supposed to say that.
That's probably why he came out and said, look, I'm going to sit in with you during the Larry King thing.
There's something else that kind of points towards maybe they did go back, and that's that the victim's fingerprints were not on the front door or any door. Like it had been wiped. So I'm starting to think that maybe they did go back.
I've already thought that. Yeah, the copycat princess. That's it, man. She came up with the whole thing, and yeah, she's the one here that's muddying up all the waters. I mean, how can you testify two different stories in the same for the same case, two different trials? How does that go? Right? Yeah. How does that even be accepted? I do not understand that.
Well, she does it in just one trial. She contradicts herself.
Yeah, in one trial alone, she'll contradict herself. And then if you compare the testimonies from both trials, Texas trial and Manson's, they're complete contradictions. Mm-hmm. Okay? So how do you even work with that? Other than maybe you just have to corroborate. And then even still, you might have it wrong.
Yep.
But that revelation right there, that I believe, I think she's telling the truth there. I think that's sick, man. And I love the way she puts it off on text, of course, and maybe he did tell her, and maybe he didn't. But that's, of course, what she's going to say. But when I see this, right, when I see this kind of stuff of Linda talking about this 20 plus years later, I don't know the answer why they're still going with the prosecutor and his official narrative, the killers. But there must be something going on there. I mean, elsewise, why would Linda come out 20 some years later with that little nugget? You see what I'm saying?
Wish we could get everybody that's left still in the same room and really figure it out from back then.
Some of them probably wouldn't even, there's probably not enough left to even do that. And then the ones that are probably are, probably can't remember at this point. Like I said earlier, the longer this goes on, I mean, people really should just kind of like try to quit researching it because there's no more left really. I mean, other than maybe going through the trials some more, but I mean, all of this stuff's been said. It's all been pretty much done now. It's a matter of just somehow, getting, I don't even know how to go about it, but getting the recognition from the actual government that, this was bullshit. The Bug was corrupted. He was a corrupt person, and he was lying through the trial, and he did some prosecution misconduct. I think that should be called out, and I think this whole thing should be fixed, and I think the verdict should, for the record, be corrected. That's what I want done. I wanted to acknowledge that the bug was a corrupt piece of shit, and that he basically fixed this trial. I want that corrected. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, because right now that stands as fact.
That stands as fact. I'm having a hard time with that, and I always have. And that's really why I'm here. That's really why I'm here. And if I have to deal with people like this Susie idiot from the group and other people that want to try to muddy the waters and, you know, have music festivals during the anniversaries, well, I guess I'll have to take time and call that shit out too. But I'm here to bring down the bug. That's what we do. That's what we try to do. And whatever else happens in between, I guess we deal with it as it comes up. But that's what I've been doing for the last, 14 years here on this program.
We're going to get it turned around, and it's going to be soon. I can feel it. We're going to do something. We're going to make something happen.
I hear you. Well, Dolphin, you're right. If the official narrative isn't followed, they will never get paroled. And they all think they will be paroled. That's the only answer I can come up with too. And I guess Leslie Van Houten is a example of that. She told the official narrative enough times through the years, and she finally got out. Bobby is getting close. Bruce is getting close. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to tell the official narrative. And I guess you're right. That's the only reason I can think too, Dolphin.
Do you think they actually remember, though? Like, do you think now it's so long and so many lies that they believe the lies are the truth?
Could be. And in Leslie's case, as Sean C. says here, she was released from parole. Now, remember, let's put this in perspective now. She just got released for parole, what, a couple of months ago, right? A few months back?
A couple years? Year and a half?
She's not been out that long, has she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really? Really? She has been out a year and a half now? Wow. Okay. So now she's off of parole. Like, she's like completely scot-free.
See, now we need to call Pfeiffer and see if we can talk to her now that she can say whatever she wants to.
Yeah, because like that's what does that. How long did it take? Like Manson got off in what, 67, 68, I guess it was. Hello?
67?
So he gets out. He's not going to get out. He's not getting off parole for what he did for like another couple of years. December of 69 is when he was going to get out.
Yeah, like two and a half years.
But this fucking bitch can, God blessed, murder somebody, be a part of some horrendous murders like this, and she gets off parole like almost immediately when she gets out. What the hell? But anyway, I'm just saying. Yeah, she should talk. Let her talk. I don't think she's ever going to say, like, I wouldn't talk, to be honest, if it were me, but I mean, it would be great if she would. But I don't know what she's really going to say either. Completely different than the other girls.
You know, I have hope, though, because at trial, when they were not going to be allowed to put on a defense, she actually, at one point, refused to sit down until they let her put on a defense. And she actually went to blows with one of the bailiffs. So you never know. She might surprise you.
She's not going to surprise me. I think she's a.
Like maybe she would talk. Like maybe she would talk though.
She ain't going to talk, man.
About that, maybe she would.
So you think because of something she did when she was 19 in court,
after
50 years in prison, she's going to come out and blab? Yeah. Go ahead. Sure. Whatever.
And you got a bridge to sell me too, right?
You're fucking retarded. Fucking idiot. If you didn't hear her last little interview, her little podcast little thing she did, that bitch ain't home, man. That bitch is she's thinking of unicorns and rainbows, man. She's not going to talk about any murders anymore. I wouldn't either, actually, if I was her. I wouldn't either.
See, I don't want her to talk about the murders. I want her to talk about Bugliosi.
Yeah. That'd be good too, but I wouldn't hold out for that either. She's probably scared shitless.
Because she was done wrong. I mean, everyone has been done by him. Like, somebody's got to say something.
Well, she might have been done wrong, but at least she got a chance in 78. Like, you can't even compare her to the other girls right now because her trial, like, you can't really, let me put it this way. You shouldn't even really, as far as Leslie goes, okay? Now, this is only Leslie. You shouldn't really talk about the first trial with her because everything got thrown out regarding her because of her second trial in 78 and third trial, I guess. Okay. So anything that happened in that first trial with her, you can't really use. I know we do because we kind of have to, but we really shouldn't be able to. Like, we're not legally able to.
Right.
Because her first trial got thrown out over the Ronald Hughes issue. So when you talk about Leslie, you're only supposed to talk about the 78 trials. I'm just saying, technically, but we don't. Yes, exactly. She got more of a chance than anybody. Okay. I don't have any sympathy for her at all. In fact, I probably have the least, the most disrespect for her because she minimized her shit. But I don't know. I just
only stabbed the dead body, that part.
Yeah, I don't think she would talk. I really don't. And I think, honestly, and I think you're right. I wish she would talk about bugs. She could definitely give some insight there, but I don't think she will. And I'm just saying, I don't know that I would blame her. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it from her point of view. Imagine being on trial for all this shit, for all this time, right? 50 whatever years. I mean, her and Pat were the longest running inmates of women ever in history, next to Susan. After Susan died, they were the top two. Now, Pat by herself is the longest serving female inmate in the California penal system. So that's how long they've been in there. Imagine serving that long and you get out, finally get your freedom again. Are you even going to chance it? Are you even going to chance talking about the murders again? I wouldn't.
Do you think she watches podcasts?
Does she what?
Do you think she watches podcasts?
No, I don't.
So you don't think she's watching us right now?
No, I don't think she's watching anything to do with this bullshit. Anyway,
she's watching.
Folks, I think it's time to roll, man.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know what to say. I'm sick of you idiot freaks out there, you Manson groupies that don't know your ass, don't know shit from apple butter. Okay? Shut up. Let the pros and the experts handle this. People are idiots. Susie, whatever your name is, you're an idiot. A mark. Her profile picture is her daughter at the El Coyote, I should say. And she's going to call me out. Sick of it. Stupid. They're stupid. Yeah, look me up. Go ahead. Be appalled. Idiots. Yeah. Appalled. Oh my God. Hey, thank you, Amy. I thought it was a pretty good show. I thought we did pretty good tonight, Laufenberg. You did a great job.
Aww.
You had that stuff down. That's how to do it. Just like you did tonight. You pretenders should take notes. Doesn't help any, but
come on.
No, it doesn't help, but they should. They should take notes. What else do we have? Anything else?
Nope, I don't think so. Next week.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about, I guess, this thing with the cut on her face. You said you had something about that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Abrasion on her face.
That thing looked more than an abrasion, though, now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it is. It's an abrasion.
Yeah. That's an abrasion. That looks like a... So what do you mean, an abrasion? That looks like a cut. I mean, we can't get into it now. I know you don't want to get into it now. I'm just saying, man. That thing looks like... So you're saying it's an abrasion. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, I didn't know you were actually going with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you let that out a little bit. Because it looks like to me it's a cut. But you always have this way of convincing me. So who knows? We'll wait and see.
That's supposed to be the proof that she was hung.
Yeah, that thing on her face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why she was hung. Yeah. By her face.
That's so weird. Because that thing does look like a cut. I ain't gonna lie. I would show it right now, but I don't want to put up the disclaimer and all of that. So it does. It sounds like, yeah, that's what I said. It looks like a slash. Whoops.
Abigail's was a slash though, right?
I think it looks as bad as Abigail's. Do you not?
I think Abigail's looks worse. More like deep.
Uh-huh.
Deep.
All right. Don't forget next week, by the way. Good call, Classic.
My music.
Yes, don't forget that. Song? We'll get it for you, my friend. We got it. We'll get it back up for you. Thank you. Abby. Damn, the fucking shit's moving too fast for me. Abby, god damn it. Fuck! I'm trying to get people's comments and the slash and the chat is moving so fast. I'm clicking the same fucking thing on twice. Fuck you. God damn it. There. I've been trying to get James on for like 3 minutes. But somehow they'll equate that with I don't know anything about the case. Oh shit. All right, I'm gonna play the bugs clip and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna play this every week, I think. Because I don't think it can be played enough. This is how bad the bug is, Bugliosi. Bugliosi. Bugliosi.
Jesus Christ. Didn't he threaten to plant narcotics in a locker as well?
This was another story. Then I learned 2 or 3 more of these episodes of his. So yeah, there was a journalist named Mary Nieswenderer who I love, and I actually just got an email this afternoon from she's written a book. She's like 95, and I haven't talked to her for I think 10 years. She was a great source. I used to meet with her. Salty old, print news reporter for 30 years, covered every big case in LA. She and Vince hated each other. All the women that covered the Manson trial, Vince despised them. He hates women. He's kind of like Trump. He doesn't like women. And he was horrible to them. But she was going to write about, I can't remember what it was, but he sent an emissary to her, and they said, I have a message from Vince. He was still in the DA's office. If you report this, he knows where your kids go to school. There's going to be narcotics found in their locker if you do this. And she told me all this on the record. She said, it's the first time and only time I've ever pulled off a story because I was terrified. She goes, he's capable of anything. And I started hearing that again and again. And then later he was threatening me with similar stuff. But
all right, there you go. The late douchebag, Vince Bugliosi.
Bugliosi.
Threatening to put drugs in the reporter's locker for putting out the story. I mean, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about here. That's why it's important.
What a guy.
This is why it's important. And Sean C., you're right. He was doing all this stuff while he was running for office. Thank you, James. It's true. This is true. This is very true.
Aw.
Just saying. Thank you for coming in, Classic, and everybody else that came in tonight. We appreciate your attendance. I know, right, Sean? That's what I'm saying. The guy would have like put it in the kids' locker. Didn't you know? Not to mention, I mean, obviously it would have been bad for the reporter, but like the kid's life is who would have been screwed up here, right?
Yep, that's evil.
The
Evil.
kid's life, right? I mean, I don't know. That's just you're right. Good point. All right, join us next week, 8 o'clock Sunday night. Once again, Tawna Laufenberg will be providing the music.
I will.
Can't wait. The right step.
Yeah, right. Nope. Nope. I already know what I'm gonna. Not that.
Yeah. You hate me, don't you?
Who, me? No, I love you.
Yeah, I know you hate me. I love it.
No.
On your fucking nerves tonight again. Thank you, Dolphin. Appreciate you. For real. Another one that we need more of. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye, Jerome.
52 Fs tonight.
Yes. No, man, it's been a pleasure tonight. I had a good time straightening things out. So I'd love to do. All right, we're going to do it again next week. Laufenberg, I can't wait to see what you bring us. Thank you, Acapella. You guys did the same, man. Bring down the bug. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, everybody. For Tawna Laufenberg, I'm Brian Davis. Have yourself a great week, and we'll talk to you again next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you. SK, good to see you again. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Back next week, 8 o'clock on the Tate LaBianca radio program. Good night, everybody.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
TLB Radio.